rock and metal extravaganza.
Oh, all right, there we go. I'm working on getting the intro crap.
Yeah.
Where's Logan? All right, there's Logan. Oh,
Where's Ernesto? Real question.
there we go.
Ernesto turned into a
I want to show you my horn. I put beer in this.
Oh, right on.
Oh my god.
wow.
Yeah.
You've tried to
Cheers.
reach that by the end of the show.
Oh, wow. So, welcome to Slogan's Rock and Metal Extravaganza. We're here today with another Best Songs episode. Today we're doing Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. I mean, it's all Mahogany Rush. I'll get into that whole thing, but there's like ones that are released under Frank Marino, but we're just gonna like cover it all. So yeah, we're each gonna pick our favorite song from each of the studio albums. He's got lots of good live stuff out there, but we're not gonna pick those. But yeah, there is lots of great live albums to pick out from Frank as well. But yeah, so joining us finally after almost 2 years of this damn channel is Stephen Elder, the Elder of Rock, is joining us. We got Jug Ernesto. Ernesto Ramos is joining us, and Boardwalk Logan, of course. Logan's here, and me, Mr. Little Sexy Sydney, your host. Anyways.
I came up with that name, by the way.
No, he did not.
That's a cool name.
I was going to go Little Sexy Logan, but I don't want to pick on Logan too much. So. Boardwalk Logan's
Boardwalk bad enough. Bad enough.
Little Sexy Collins, I don't know. Is that better?
Ooh.
Little.
Worse.
Oh.
Worse.
Little Sexy McFadden. How about that? No.
Hey, Brian. That's Brian.
Brian, man. Always with the comments.
Little Sexy Dan. There we go. All right. All right. So yeah, we'll show. I got all the. Hold on. Where's that needs to go? There we go. So this is his first album by Frank. They were just Mahogany Rush at this point. The Frank Marino name didn't get added to the albums yet. Or of course, Ernesto's got the 8-track. Blue 8-track.
That's gotta be hard to find.
A blue one, yeah.
It's a sexy panel. Oh my god.
Thank you.
I'm your son. What the hell's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
All right. So yeah, his first album came out in 1972. But before we get into that, just give a little bit of history on these guys. So yeah, they formed obviously by lead guitarist Frank Marino. Formed in Montreal in 1969. They formed when Frank would have been only
16.
13.
No, well,
when they actually formed, he was only like 13
right.
or 14. So he apparently dropped out of school in grade 7. He finished grade 7, but despite that, he wasn't an idiot. He taught himself like physics and mechanical stuff, which we'll talk a little bit about because like there's an album cover here with they're fixing a car, so he knows how to fix cars. He knows a lot about physics and all sorts of other things. So he just taught himself a lot of stuff because he wasn't in school. And his parents had to actually sign like a permission slip or permission legal thing for him to even sign a record deal and leave high school and all this. Just kind of crazy. But yeah, so there's 2 songs on here where he's 16 and then the rest is he's 17 because I guess it was like a couple months. So he was still 16 like when he started the album. So 2 of the songs on here. I think it was Buddy and Funky Woman. He was 16. Everything else he's 17 on. But yeah, which is wild to like by 70 or by 1980 he's already had like 6 or 7 albums or something, and he's like 27 years old. Like it's just crazy. That's 10-year career at 27. It's just wild. But yeah, so we're gonna get right into it. So this is the first album, Maxum. This was recorded, and let me find yes, I'm using Wikipedia because it's easier than actually writing all this crap down. Not that Wikipedia is always accurate, but with recording and release dates. They are, yeah, usually. So yeah, this was released in Canada first, October 31st, Halloween in Canada in 1972. Didn't come out till 73 in the U.S. Like I said, recorded early 72. Quebec, Little Coyote Studios, Quebec City. Cotai Records in Canada. 9 Records / 20th Century Fox in the U.S. and self-produced by Frank Marino. So he's even producing his own albums at 16 years old or 17, whatever. But yeah, which wild. So this guy was just basically a child prodigy. He started on drums when he was 5. You hear these stories all the time. Started playing guitar at 3 or 4 years old. It's just like, what? It's like, I'm still in diapers. How's he playing an instrument? Like,
I know, it's wild. It's like required for good guitar players to play drums first because
yeah,
Eddie played drums first.
Yeah. Well, they switched, didn't they? Didn't Alex? Wasn't Alex a guitar player and they switched?
Yeah.
Or something? Yeah. I like to hear Alex play guitar, but that's Van Halen. That's a whole other discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Maybe Alex could just pick up a guitar and just go. Kind of cool to see that. But yeah, no, he started off as a drummer and became enamored with Mitch Mitchell. So everyone knows the whole, he has like a lot of Hendrix influence in his music. But initially he couldn't stand Hendrix. He actually like would watch Hendrix, like the band. He liked the Jimi Hendrix Experience, but only for Mitch Mitchell. He was just like, I thought he was a fantastic drummer, but I thought the music itself was noise. Again, I was like probably 10, 11. I thought it was all just noise, but I loved Mitch Mitchell, thought he was a fantastic drummer. I had a bad LSD trip, ended up in the hospital, and this is again like a couple years later, and I guess the news of like Hendrix dying was on the news in 1970, and I guess he was in the hospital recovering, and he's just like, you know what, let me give this Hendrix guy another shot because I love his drummer, and for whatever reason it just clicked. He just kept watching, and he's just like, you know what, I want to actually pick up a guitar now and play like Hendrix. After just thinking it was noise, he's like, now I want to actually make this kind of music. So naturally, this first album is very psychedelic and very Hendrix influenced. A lot of his stuff is, but especially this one. This one's probably the most Hendrix album out of everything, despite there being a Hendrix, well, it's a cover of a Hendrix song that's also a cover anyways, but we'll get to that album. But this is very, very Hendrix and psychedelic. But like he would kind of change styles as we kind of go through. But yeah. So we got the first album we got here. Maxum, which is the title track, Buddy, Magic Man, Funky Woman, Madness, All in Your Mind, Blues, Boardwalk Lady, Back on Home, and The New Beginning. So we'll go around, and well, not just me. So we'll go around. So yeah, Elder, what's your favorite off of this?
So my favorite's going to be All in Your Mind. Just found that was a really cool rocker. Yeah, like you said, it's very Hendrix. All this stuff was very Hendrix. You could hear the Hendrix influence. But what's really surprising though is like, because like we were talking before the show, and you know, I didn't realize that Frank was so young, 16.
Yeah,
right.
And his voice, because by his voice, he sounds like a much older person. So his voice is really mature. He's got that Hendrix.
yeah.
He even sounds maybe a little bit like Frank Zappa a little bit in some parts, you know. But I liked All in Your Mind, but also Max Zoom is. I just want to say that's a really weird track. I mean, that's
It's
wild.
weird for an opening title track.
That's
That is like your first, your opening track on your first album.
Yeah.
That's just wow. I mean, maybe that says the 70s, you know, because
Yeah.
Yes, Brian, French Canadian from Montreal.
Yeah, so I really like that track. You know, just a really good, just like I said, reminded me of Hendrix. Just had that feel, but that was my favorite my favorite off of that album is that track. Is that one right there? But a lot of good stuff. I liked,
Oh yeah,
was a Funky Woman. That was pretty cool too.
that was a weird. His voice got some weird distortion thing on it. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
one of
it
the ones where he was 16 on still. Funky Woman. It's just like maybe that's why he used the distortion. Maybe his voice was a little bit. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe it was cracking or something. In his
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just like, all right, cool. So Ernesto, what's your favorite off of this one?
Well, let's just remember something that a lot of people don't appreciate, or it's Frank's very underrated. Nobody really knows
Here,
about
show that
him.
again. I'm gonna.
Very underrated.
Why is it
This is a
cut
very
off
clean
though?
copy.
Did they cut off the rest of the album? They did. They cut off the
Yeah,
whole bottom half of it. What the
yeah,
hell?
but look at how clean this copy is. I mean,
Wow.
damn, dude, this thing is
Oh, wow.
immaculate.
That's wild.
It's immaculate.
Did you go to
But-
Montreal? Is that where you got it? You made a
Yeah,
trip to
probably.
Montreal just to get that.
The
The
thing
hell
I
you
wanted
get
to say about Frank before I mention my favorite song from this is that there's this famous rapper that once said, "The guitarist is a useless instrument, and the guy who uses the guitar is useless." And I
What?
thought to myself, well, he's never heard of Frank.
What? Who would ever? What?
There's a rapper that when a rapper says something stupid like that, he says that a
Guitar is
guitarist
a
is
useless
useless. It can be replicated on a computer. Doesn't really know music.
So could
So-
a voice. What's your point?
Yeah.
We have AI
So-
now. What's his point? That makes no
When
sense.
you hear Frank playing, you know it's going to be good. And the thing is, for being 16, 17, to do his own album and write these songs and put everything together, it's amazing, dude. But the song that I picked, because when I was his age, I wasn't even thinking about music. We were, listening to music, but we weren't creating music the way Frank was. We were running around playing street Casanovas and stuff. We were messing around and doing all kinds of stuff. So the track that I'm gonna pick, because I'm a blues guy, I love blues, but I also like metal. I'm gonna pick the blues because, man, at 16, 17, playing the blues, man, let me tell you, that is deep, dude. That is deep for a 16, 17. Only guys that can play blues now at that age, or who are they're in this generation, the new generation, were guys like Joe Bonamassa and
I was
all
just
that.
gonna say that's the first name. I was gonna Joe.
Those guys were 16, 17. They were playing the blues. But Frank was playing the blues before all those guys.
Oh yeah.
And that's, oh yeah. So you could imagine him playing that. When you listen to that track, that's the blues right there, man. That is deep blues. It's killer, man. And that's why I was gonna pick Maxum because of the Maxum is. Here's the thing about Maxum. That's a headphone
just like distortion,
song.
though. It's just like guitar
But it's one of those songs that you have to listen in headphones.
He's gonna pick
it's got all those.
Watch.
Yeah, it's got all those weird sounds and all those voices and everything. It trips you out, man. It's like one of those. Frank's got the type of music that you have to listen to it in headphones.
Oh, dude, I was doing
it's so amazing.
I was listening to all my picks today again on headphones because before I was listening to it on my phone. With headphones, I'm just like, oh my god, this like puts the music into another level.
Oh yeah, dude, it puts you in another realm, dude. You don't even have to take drugs. You just listen to this shit and it takes you up to the stratosphere.
Right.
You see me sober. I don't
good.
think you would want to see me on drugs. I don't know.
No, man, it's that good. But like I said, I love the blues. And the reason I picked the blues because it's just him jamming that stuff, and it's just great for a 16, 17-year-old. It's pretty awesome, man. So
it's funny
that's
kind
my
of title. He just called it blues. It's just like, I don't know what to call it. I'm just gonna call it blues.
Yeah. So what are you gonna say when you hear somebody play like that? It's like, damn, dude, that's awesome, man.
I saw that title. I'm like, I wonder what this is gonna sound like.
I honestly, I was gonna pick Maxum, but I was like, no, it's too freaky. It's too weird. It's like, it's
Ernesto plays it before bed. He likes to hear Frank talk to him in his ear before bed.
Yeah,
it's really a song. It's more of like an intro to the album. It's not even really a song. No.
Yeah, it's weird to use an intro as your title track. That I thought was strange, but
yeah. But it's all that weird background stuff. It just blows your mind, dude. It's like really psychedelic. You know what I mean? It's just out there.
But he produced it, right? So it's pretty impressive. I mean, for being that young.
16, 17, come on.
Yeah. 16, 17, I was still learning how to tie my shoes. Never mind.
Logan, what were you doing at 16, 17? Come on.
I wasn't making Maxum. There's that. So.
He was with a funky lady. No, anyways.
He was at the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the boardwalk.
All right, Logan. So, wow, cool. What's your pick? Two different picks so far. That's cool.
Well, I copied the Elder, so there went that. Right? All in Your Mind. I thought that was the best track, man. I really like that song, and kind of everything he said. I thought it had some heavy blues and funk vibes, like a lot of Frank stuff that we'll get into. Has a great riff that plays throughout the verses. I thought it's got some cool double tracked rhythm guitars too. I thought, and the drums are really great on this song. Which we lost the drummer a couple years ago, right? Who plays on these? I don't know if he plays on everything, but He plays on the early
It's
albums
the
at least.
later
I know
stuff
that.
that he's not. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they all play great together for a debut album,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. And this was an early song too. Like this one was like 72, I think. It was like a single. So
Jim Ayub.
kind of
Yeah.
cool, you know. And he does the whole he sings with his guitar lines, which I always like hearing that kind of thing from the guitar players. And yeah, it's got some great epic soloing, I thought. And you know, I just think it's a great track. It's probably my favorite on here. I almost went with Magic Man. I like that song pretty good.
That's hard.
yeah.
Wrong band. No, I'm kidding.
But I think,
Yeah, that's
to
a
be
good.
honest, when I was getting into this record, that title track, it kind of it kind of does freak you out a little bit. Like it kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know, it steered me
So-
away a little bit. And even Buddy's a little weird for me. You know, I mean, it's like okay song,
Buddy.
but that's like
weird,
the
yeah.
most. That's like the most Hendrix his voice ever
Yeah.
sounded, I think, on that
On
song.
Buddy.
Like,
That's true.
yeah, if you didn't tell
Yeah, and that's
somebody, I
one where
bet
he's
they would think.
16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
amazing. 16 singing like that. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
It's all pretty solid though. It's a great way to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought so we started off here with all different picks, and now we got 3 of the same. So I'm going All in Your Mind as well. I just thought that was like the most rocking song on the album. Heavy, funky riffing throughout. Awesome descending riff as well. Wicked heavy bass line throughout. Great drumming. Frank's solo in the final minute of the song is honestly one of my favorite solos of his entire catalog. When I heard that, I'm like, all right, that makes it easy because this is like just a killer song. Blues probably would be the other one though, Ernesto. That's a great blues song.
It is a great one, yeah.
I also love how right before the solo he's singing along to these really cool lead lines, like Logan mentioned. Yeah, amazing song. I could honestly probably put this song in like a top 10 songs of 72 list, if I'm being honest. Like I love All in Your Mind. I thought it was gonna be a cover of that old who did All in Your Mind? It was like an old blues song, but no, this is like an original. This is not a cover. There was an old song. I can't remember what band was it that did All in Your Mind. Might have been Free or something. I don't think it was Free, but yeah. Anyways, but yeah, definitely went with All in Your Mind. So then we get to, let's see.
This one will be familiar for the diehards, right? This one will be familiar.
This one will definitely be familiar for the diehard fans here.
Child of
the Novelty. We've actually reviewed this album in full on one of our earlier episodes, but yeah. So Mahogany Rush, Child of the Novelty. So it's their second album. Psychedelic artwork. It was like a friend of his that did the album covers for the.
I love that artwork though.
3, I believe, for like some friend of his.
Man, I mean,
yeah. So after the third album, so after these first 3, Frank had no choice in what went on his album covers. It was Columbia Records being like, we're doing this, and he's just like, well, whatever. I'm not going to sit here arguing with you over an album cover, so whatever. But yeah, so the first 3 were all done by him, as you can sort of tell that it was some friend of his, because like they all kind of have these weird trippy covers, right? So yeah, well, I keep going to myself. All right, so next one here. So yeah, Child of the Novelty. So this was released in 1974, recorded in Tempo Studios, Montreal. This one's still on 9 Records and 20th Century Records. Again, Frank produced everything. So yeah, I should have said Frank Marino guitars, vocals, Paul Harwood bass, and Jimmy Ayub on drums. This lineup would stay for a while, so it's not going to change. Once it changes, I'll give you the new lineup. Yeah, so same lineup as the first album here. And we got Look Outside, Through the Milky Way, Talking About a Feeling, Child of the Novelty, the title track, Making My Wave, A New Rock and Roll, Changing, Plastic Man, Guitar, it's like guitar and war put together.
Yeah.
Change of space, but like space is like the S is in brackets, so it's like Chains of Pace, but there's like an S in brackets in front of it. It's really weird, but yeah. So that's those songs on here. So with Elder, what's your favorite off of this?
I'm gonna go with Talking About a Feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Yeah.
When I first got in, I first got into Frank Marino. When I first saw him, there was a special on Friday night, back in 1978. I think it was like in 8th grade. It was the California Jam 2, and then it had bands on there I already was into, like Aerosmith, Ted Nugent, Hart, Foreigner, but also had Frank Marino on there. He was playing Purple Haze, and I didn't even know Purple Haze was a Jimi Hendrix song, but I loved it. I just thought Frank Marino was great. So I went out and I got the California Jam 2 album, live album, but then I also got the live album, his live album, and this song was on there, and I always liked it. And also before I always liked before the song, you hear him say it to somebody in the audience, "You got a joint? Thank you."
Yes.
This is a song called "Talking About a Feeling."
Oh,
So
my
I
God.
always like the song. Yeah, it's a cool song, and it's got a great just rock and roll, laid back kind of, not laid back, but I just love it. Just cool song.
Cool.
Always been one of my favorites, and like I said, I've known it since the live album. So when it's on this album, that one, a New Rock and Roll, was on the live album as well.
There we go. Of course, Ernesto's got the 8-track. You can
I
see,
love
every
that cover,
color,
man.
every single different color that exists. Here,
I
Ernesto
know.
did a show here.
I wish I had
Here's my
all of them.
purple 8-track. Here's my.
Yeah, I wish.
So what's your favorite?
That album
one?
cover there
Favorite
is
off of this?
wild, man. When I first saw
I
that,
know,
I was,
that cover is really like
but
out there, man.
Yeah.
yeah, that's like even more bizarre than a Genesis or
That
something.
looks
cover.
like a West Coast
Yeah.
Dave drawing. No.
It's very out there.
So
Yeah.
what's your favorite off of this? Ernesto?
Me or me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. So this album, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm pretty sure you guys know, but it's very funk infused. It's heavy blues
Yeah.
rock. There's elements of funk. And for the song that I picked A Child of Novelty. So that's the one I like. I mean, that's like very atmospheric.
Good song. I almost
That's
chose that
probably
as
one
well.
of his more well-known ones.
Yeah, very atmospheric, all that guitar phasing and all that stuff. I mean, that thing it's just crazy, man. I mean, I don't know. I know it was very hard, but I picked that one because of it's just, it's like, how do I say it? If you ever been to a Grateful Dead concert, I don't know if you guys ever been to the Grateful Dead, they just jam, right?
Oh,
It's just a
this is
big
just like,
jam
no.
session. It's crazy. So it becomes a big jam session. And Frank's like that. It just becomes a jam session and it just keeps going and going. I mean, a lot of people don't like all those guitar solos and drum solos and all that. But with Frank, it's like, you got to think, this is way before anybody Mountsy, man. This is stuff that's like out
Yeah.
there. And it
he was shredding before shred, kind of.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And so the music, everything, and this is way before they had the tall rigs and all that stuff, all that, computer stuff running off the rigs for the guitars. Everything very simple, very basic. Your pedals, that's it. And so when you hear A Child of Novelty, man, that's just wow, out there.
Know who else I hear a little bit in his guitar playing is
Who?
some of the early Scorpion, Uli on Roth, because it has that kind of sort of thing going. Just
All that
early
Hendrix
shredding
influence.
kind of thing.
I was
Yeah.
wondering that when I was listening to this, because it was like, I wonder if they were aware of each other and
Right.
There's a Frank Marino.
There's a lot of similarities between those two.
Yeah.
There's a Mahogany Rush cover album, actually. I can't remember what it was called, but there's a few, couple, I don't know who most of them were, but there was a few big names doing covers. I can't remember the songs that they did, but there's one song, it's George Lynch and Jeff Bilson.
Right.
Ronnie Montrose is covering a song. Can't remember what songs they were, but yeah,
Really? I didn't know there was a
it's
tribute
actually
to
pretty
that.
cool. There's
There's
a Mahogany Rush cover album, so you think they're covering the people he's influenced is just it's crazy.
Yeah. So
any famous guitar player in the industry is gonna know Frank Marino. So.
Well, I'm pretty sure Elder knows who Randy Hansen, and Randy Hansen is like
thank you. He's also on that.
Randy Hansen is like a clone of Hendrix, dude. If you want to hear Hendrix, go listen to Randy Hansen. That guy does everything to the bone, right down everything.
Randy Hansen does a cover of Dragonfly on that.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I've heard some stories about Randy Hansen that are just crazy that I didn't believe, and I was like, from older people that actually saw him live. Not that he's dead or anything, but I'm just saying people that saw him in the time that he was around and popular. And but yeah, the it's just they have that same vibe, you know what I mean? That whole Hendrix vibe that they got, that people didn't think, oh, he's just trying to copy Hendrix. You know what I mean? It's like nowadays
their influences. It's just like you can say that about anybody. It's just
nowadays if you try to do you try to copy Zeppelin or try to copy, they're going to call you out on it. You know what I mean? But back then they didn't really call you out as much.
Not as much, yeah.
Yeah.
Greta Van Fleet. Greta
Yeah,
Van
exactly.
Kind of yeah, that's how I
Which is
thought
fine, but
But
did
yeah,
one of the band members of Greta Van Fleet say he never even heard Led Zeppelin before? I'm just
I
like,
know
come on, dude.
that's
It's a
hard to
great
believe.
band.
I
What the
know,
hell's wrong with you? Come on.
that's hard to believe.
That's
But
just
I
silly.
don't
Like,
know.
come on. You're better off
but
just saying, yeah, we were very influenced by them. Like, cool.
exactly.
Denying it is weird. But yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
that's
weird to be.
that's what I think.
Cool.
Child of novelty.
My only
No, no.
issue with it is it's a great song. That guitar solo kicks in at the end and it fades out too damn quickly. I'm like,
Right.
should have made it like a more epic song where
Yeah.
it kept going.
You
But I'm
could
sure
have went a little.
the live version,
li-
right, would be
a little-
crazy, just going off.
You mean he should have kept it going?
Yeah. Instead of just fading it out, fade offs are a pet peeve for me. So it's rare I'll pick a song with
Yeah.
a guitar solo fade out. But that's
And,
just
and
me.
here's the crazy thing. I saw him live before he retired.
Yeah,
and
it's not a very
I saw
long
him in a
song to
club.
begin with. Like he could have
Huh?
stretched it.
When
It's
I
not
saw him
very
in a
long.
little club, and let me
Yeah.
tell you, it sounds amazing, dude. Because you're right there. You're not even
You got
that
to
far
see it.
away from him.
Yeah, I bet you
Crazy,
that would've
dude. Yeah, it's just amazing, man. For his age,
Oh,
playing
I
like
could've-
that.
We're just waiting on Logan to come back because his phone. He has to restart his phone. I'll just go then. So I don't have much to say, but yeah. Ernesto, turn around and look outside.
Why?
That's the song I'm picking. Look
Oh,
outside.
you did? Oh,
The opening track. Yeah, this one's another funky rocker where he just goes crazy on his whammy bar and flange. He used a lot of flange actually. I love the catchiness of the part after the chorus where he sings the line, I'm talking about a funky sound, makes your head go round. Yeah, I just think it's an awesome way to start off a very Hendrix-inspired album, and that was the highlight for me. But yeah, there's a few really good songs on this one. So waiting for Logan to come back here.
Say I love his lead guitar tone is awesome. His lead
Yeah.
guitar tone. He's got
It's
a great.
I don't know how it's getting break his whammy bar after every
Got a
show.
little bit of delay on it. Yeah, I think he has a slight delay on it, and it's just
Yeah.
very.
But he's always using the foot pedal too, so to sit there
Yeah.
playing and you're having to use his focus on your foot pedals plus sing at the same time, it's just like
yeah.
craziness. But all right, so
His lead
Well-
tone is I love his lead tone.
all right, so we'll go to the next one. Hopefully Logan can get back.
what
in.
happened? Did he get lost or
He
what?
had to he had to restart his phone. He says
Oh,
he
okay.
hasn't started back up yet. So we'll move on to. I actually have this, so I don't have to put it on the screen. It's got Strange Universe with, I guess those are eggs. It's a
Yeah,
strange.
that's
album
another
cover.
one. That's like it makes you think of Humpty Dumpty or something, right?
Yeah,
It's like a nursery rhyme album cover or something.
Yeah, it does.
It's very strange.
Yeah,
that's
That's
like a.
Genesis album, or
It's
something.
like very Salvador Dali.
Yeah, that.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humpty Dumpty had some LSD. Humpty Dumpty fell out
Yeah.
of the tree. I don't know.
Yeah. Humpty Dumpty cloned himself. I don't know. Humpty Dumpty turned into a mushroom.
There's like a castle back there too. It is very nursery, but I think it's a cool album cover. I don't know. Nothing wrong with it. But yeah, this one's Frank Marino's actually doing drums on the song Dear Music, and Moog synthesizer on the song Strange Universe. So yeah, the drums on one song, Dear Music, is actually Frank, not the drummer. Yeah. But yeah. So that's the same lineup as the most of this stuff. But yeah, so same lineup again. And this one's got Tales of the Spanish Warrior, The King Who Stole the Universe, Satisfy Your Soul, Land of a Thousand Nights, Moonlight Lady, Dancing Lady, Once Again, Trying Anyway, Dear Music, which is the one with Frank on drums, and the title track, Strange Universe, finishes it off. So, Elder, well, is Logan back? He is back.
He's almost back. There he is.
So,
There he is. All serious.
Logan, before we get to the next album, I already did mine, and we're already on the next album, but what was your favorite off of the second album?
Well, I said it in the chat there, talking about a feeling. That was the same one.
Okay, you were talking about it. Okay.
Me and Elder on same wavelength,
You're Frank Marino blood brothers.
But that's one of my favorite solos, like you were talking about the other one from the first album. But that's one of my favorites. I love his solo on that one.
Cool. So we'll move on to Strange Universe. Yeah,
I'm still cutting out pretty hard, though.
You're cutting out a little bit. Cool.
Hey, Logan, I thought you got lost. You got lost in the Strange Universe.
That's it.
Oh my
I got lost somewhere along the line.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was distracted by the dancing lady. No.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
That psychedelic album cover he got lost in. He had to find his way out.
8 tracks again. 2 blue ones now? Okay.
Yeah, 2 blue ones.
Wow. Cool. So, Elder, what's your favorite off of this one?
I'm gonna go with the title track. I think it's a really
Strange Universe.
cool. Yeah, I think it's just really cool, trippy, psychedelic.
Ernesto, like you're stealing my songs.
You stole my song.
Great way to close the album. You
We're
know,
matching on a few. Yeah. Wow.
you thought it was, yeah. So, but this is how album you get. It's a little bit psychedelic, but that last track was, love it.
Cool.
That was really
Yeah.
cool.
Well, your turn to talk about it, Ernesto. Strange Universe.
I mean, 7 minutes for a title track, that's amazing. I mean, that thing goes on and on and on. It's epic, dude. I mean,
And it's
what
the
can you
closer
say?
too, right?
Yeah. I mean, what can we not say about Frank that we already know? It just gets better and better. You know what I mean? He ages better and gets better, and the songwriting is better, different. It just crazy, man. I'm telling you, his music is made for headphones. Yeah, you can listen to it in the car, but I think headphones at home, that's the best because you can hear everything. And remember, this is before digital. Okay, this is before they can clean it up and make it look pretty and all that pro sound. You
had to do stuff in like one take, or like it's like wasn't like I remember like just knowing like having to stop the tape.
Yeah,
messed up. You got to rewind.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we got to do this again. Let's get it right. So you have to be really tight.
And even though he's only like 19 or 20 on this. It's like
just if you were young and didn't have money, you had to get it right.
Yeah.
Doing this crazy music at like as a teenager still. It's just wild.
Yeah. So that's my pick.
Cool. I felt like I was going to be the odd man out on this. I figured everyone was going to pick it but me. That's not my pick, but I love that slogan. What are you going with? Are you leaving me as the only one not picking straight? Maybe? Yeah, you're good. As long as we can hear you, it doesn't really matter.
I don't know, man.
We can hear you
maybe
perfect.
I should turn my...
Your audio's not cutting out at all.
Oh.
We'll just stay like this. Why not?
I guess. People know what you look like.
Well, I mean,
you could be flipping us off and we don't even know.
Oh wow! It even focuses a little when you talk. That's cool.
But I went with Land of a Thousand Nights. That was my pick for the album. And yeah, I think it's Marino's ultimate homage to Hendrix, is what I said, because it's got like that cool drum beat, and Frank kind of makes these Hendrix-like sounds at the start of the song, and kind of leading into what Ernesto said about headphones. A track like this, you have to wear headphones to really appreciate, because there's so much stuff going on. It's kind of like dark, heavy blues, is what I said. Throughout the verses. Yeah. I think Frank plays some of his best guitar work on that track. And yeah, it's got like you think the track's over, right? And then it breaks into that groove again, and then Frank's putting on that demented demon voice we talked about a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just adds to the eerie atmosphere of the track, and then it goes into another epic solo at the end. And yeah, this one was really hard for me to pick one song, man, because this is probably the album I've played the most, because it's the one I own out of all this stuff. This is the one I've actually got. Another one that's really good, man, that I almost picked was Dancing Lady. We were just talking about that. Because I like the jazz. He kind of starts showing his jazz influences on Dancing Lady.
Yeah.
Like he starts playing this jazz lead at the end. It's like, where the hell did that come from? This guy's maybe 20 years old by this point. It's just crazy he's playing like that. But yeah, you can't go wrong with anything on it, I would say. So Land of a Thousand Nights.
You gotta understand the jazz. There's jazz, there's funk, there's jazz fusion later on. Blues #1, all that infused in there. You know what I mean? No classical music though. No classic like other musicians. Not yet.
Yeah. You could almost say it's classical, but like in a blues way, because he's
in a blues way,
but
like
sorts of complicated stuff.
Not like the European guitarists where they infuse classical into their guitar playing, like Malmsteen and Michael Schenker.
Around yet, right? Neoclassical stuff wasn't really a thing at the time.
Not even like Randy Rhoads. Yeah. Randy Rhoads wasn't even hitting it yet. He wasn't even there yet. But still.
Yeah. So I went with All the world needs is more rock and roll bands. I went with
Oh.
Satisfy Your Soul.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Always love that song. Now it's weird not seeing Logan. All of a sudden, we'll just hear his voice out of nowhere. But yeah, I went with Satisfy Your Soul. I've always loved this song. Love how it starts with like a simple but catchy guitar riff and back and forth with like these heavy pounding drums, where it's just which continues with Frank vocals kicking in,
Right.
and then it turns into just a simple but up-tempo rock and roll song. Simple but memorable chorus. Frank shows off some slide work on this one. There's a quick but fun rock and roll style guitar solo. It goes back to the verses and chorus with Frank showing off like a higher register vocal, just kind of like going yeah, doing like higher screams or whatever. But which he would do from time to time. So probably the most commercial song, I guess, in his entire catalog, but not in a bad way. Super catchy. Honestly, I think this like should have been a huge hit because it's like this song sounds like it would have been made for radio. Like radio's not going to play the weird psychedelic stuff as much as that stuff is great. It's just not going to get played on the radio. But a song like this is like radio friendly, but still really rocks. So it can appeal to like people that like the hard rock stuff or whatever, just rock, and the people that will only listen to what's played on the radio, right? So it kind of, I think this song could appeal to both camps, and it should have been a big, huge hit for him. But yeah, unfortunately it didn't. I've always loved this song. So yeah, Satisfy Your Soul. So yeah, this whole album is killer. So lots of great songs. Can't go wrong. There's even, honestly, this whole catalog, there's maybe like 3 or 4 songs where I'm just like, it's an okay song. But the rest of it is just phenomenal. So there's really nothing to even not like really in this catalog.
Here's the crazy thing. I mean, I like that Frank was under the radar, whereas guys like Ted Nugent were like really popular. You know what I mean? Ted Nugent was really popular in the 70s. Frank was right here in the bottom, but they were both on the same level because they played with each other and they competed with each other. But of course, Ted Nugent got the more, he got more, people liked him more. He was more out there in the public eye, whereas Frank was under the radar, but still.
He also wrote some kind of radio friendly kind of, not intentionally, but they ended up being that way, like Stranglehold, Crash Fever, and Dog Eat Dog, and Free for All. These were kind of so there's, and he had Ted Teppelman producing, and I think that helped with him getting more of a commercial sound. Getting stuff on the radio a little bit.
Speaking of,
Frank can write those songs. Frank, you can see Frank writing Cat Scratch Fever or anything like that.
Or
he could write it, but it would just not. It would sound weird coming from him. It would sound so weird. I'd be like, what?
Yeah, but, true.
Speaking of Ted, I was telling Elder this before the show. I've just been reading like all sorts of interviews. There was one long interview where we get into all sorts of information and discussions. He was talking about Ted Nugent came up, and he's just like, he said there was a lot of like other guitar players. He's like, I don't want to mention too many names, but like he's just like, one I'll tell you is, he said, yeah, there's a lot of these guitar players that just kind of had an attitude towards him for whatever reason. And he was doing a show with Ted Nugent, and Frank was opening. And he's in the middle of their set. Ted Nugent just walks out onto the stage and challenges him to like a guitar duel. Frank's just like, you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, so I've heard that. They
go into like this guitar duel.
Yeah.
Frank Marino got a larger response from the crowd, and Ted Nugent left all pissed off, and then said, "This guy can't play with me anymore." Just like, what?
Yeah. No, I heard that from people older than me, that they would go to the gigs and they would see that stuff and they would hear about it. It's like legendary, dude.
People probably go crazy at the time thinking it was supposed to be part of the show, but no, this guy just wanted to be an idiot and just walk out on. It's like, what the hell?
True.
Wow.
And then I guess Frank upstaged him and he got all pissed off and just walked off. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, Nugent's good. I love Nugent, but there's no way he could play this stuff. Maybe he could, but I don't think so. I don't know. I think Frank was on the
difference. I think it's just he's Detroit, and Frank was just brought up differently, more.
Oh, like don't insult my Ted. Don't insult my Uncle
totally
Ted.
Different. Totally different.
Right?
I think Frank. I mean, I think Ted. He plays the blues, but he's more like God. How would you say it? Not underground blues, but just more commercial style blues. And the way he played and stuff, and it was very boogie woogie type, and Chuck Berry, like Chuck Berry style,
Yeah.
And Marino is taken more from the '60s more than anything.
Yeah,
right?
he's totally different. Yeah. Even though Frank loved Chuck Berry. I mean, come on, we know that. We know he does
yeah,
Chuck Berry.
sure,
music.
yeah.
Yeah.
He does the killer version. It's got to be good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So the next one we got here, it's we're on the next album, right? All right, cool. So this
yeah.
this is the next one. Mahogany Rush 4. So they're still just Mahogany Rush. They had to become Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. But I'll get into that explanation when we get to that. And I've always wondered, what is that? Are they supposed to be like hands or something? I don't know. This is where
Yeah.
Frank had no control
Crazy
over the
covers.
album covers anymore, and it was just like, what? It's like, all right.
Mine
This
was
is
a
my
little bit
messed up version.
like
Yeah.
mine was like the same artist I could on Technical Ecstasy, of like
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
oh my God, it does.
futuristic kind of
It does
thing.
kind of have the
Futuristic, yeah.
weird futuristic, yeah.
kind
And
of
yeah,
thing.
you got cool.
Whatever.
So this
This
one,
one even has the date on it, 76.
wow. So this one, yeah. Sorry. So there's actually, it tells me covers of. I had the song wrong. Covers of 3 songs on Mahogany Rush 4 were included on Secondhand Smoke, a tribute to Frank Marino.
There you go.
The
I
Answer
know.
by Randy Hansen. It's
Yeah.
Begun to Rain by Oddly Freed, and Dragonfly by Carl Cochran. I'm not sure who that is, but yeah, it's a 2005 tribute to Frank Marino. So
Oh,
yeah.
and John Norum too was on it, wasn't he?
Yes, John Norm does a song from Europe as well. So but yeah, so this is 76 Tempo Studios again in Montreal, same lineup, but Frank's actually doing acoustic and electric guitar, synth bass on I'm Going Away, Mellotron on I'm Going Away, It's Begun to Rain, and For the Emperor. So yeah, and all vocals. He even does like his own backing vocals. All the backing vocals are all double track. That's all him too. I was looking all this up. I was just like, is that his band like doing back? But no, it's actually him doing the.
I find this one was when they started really experimenting with the studio stuff, and he's
This you
getting
can
a little bit
almost
away
call
from that
jazz
sound,
fusion
you
in a
know?
way. Some of
Yeah.
it. Just-
Yeah, some of it prog too, I'd say.
Yeah, this would probably be
Yeah.
Rand's favorite album. Like if Rand was, I gotta tell Rand to listen to this album. Maybe he has heard it.
He'd
So
like
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
if he hasn't.
He probably has.
So yeah, we got I'm Going Away, Man at the Back Door, The Answer, Jive Baby, It's Begun to Rain, Dragonfly, Little Sexy Annie, Moonwalk, and then the last track is a weird title. It's just called 4. There's like ... The Emperor in brackets, weird title. But yeah. So Elder, what's your number 1 off of this?
I'm gonna go with Dragonfly. Just always loved that song. I mean, that was one I heard off the live album first, and
Yep.
but
I was
always
gonna
loved
pick that one.
Dragonfly. Yeah,
See?
you could have went before me. You see, then I
That's all right.
But no, but yeah, Dragonfly. But you say you did all the backing vocals on this, and I always wondered that because live though you hear that there's these high background vocals. I always wondered, like, I guess that's his band doing it live, but but I always thought it sounded like it could have been girls singing that part,
Right.
I think
Right.
there is some females on there's some female backing vocals on another album, I believe, but not this one. Yeah.
But I also want to give for a weird song on that album, Moonwalk.
Yeah.
That one's crazy, man, right? Yeah.
That's a good one too.
That is so straight. Moonwalk. And then it goes
really.
Where do you think Michael Jackson got the idea? No.
Right? Yeah, it's influenced Michael Jackson. But I just thought that song was just so like, what is he? Is this? But I love it. But it's just like, wow, man, and the drumming on that is especially the drummer's going off on that song.
He's such a good drummer.
Yeah, he's great.
He was great. Yeah, we said he passed away a couple of years ago. I think 2023 actually, wasn't it? Just a couple of years ago. Not too long.
I don't know the year, but yeah, he's been gone
not
for
too
a little
long
bit.
though. But yeah, cool. So Ernesto, your turn to talk about the.
Well, Elder sounded pretty good, man. I mean, Dragonfly, that's the jam, man.
What the hell did you do to that?
This walk is one of the most abused covers ever.
Cracked, or is it just?
It's cracked.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
cracked.
it's hard to find these. They don't just pop up anywhere.
Ted Nugent found it and smashed it on him.
But like the Elder said, I mean, he said it perfect. It's just one of those. Dragonfly is just like, it's so infectious. It's so groovy. It's like, it's funk. It's like, it's got funk in it when, nobody's doing funk like that. And so it stands out pretty good. I love it. I was gonna pick something else. I think I was gonna pick Moonwalk. I forgot. But the Emperor is also a great jam too, man. I mean, the Emperor is like,
Oh, yeah,
oof,
that's
Another different experimental tune, right?
yes. But like the elder said, it's Dragonfly for me, man. It's too funky. It's like it just reminds me of the '70s, and I don't know, that whole vibe and stuff. It's perfect, man. So I'm going with that.
Cool. Logan, three
All
for
right.
three for Dragonfly.
No, sir.
Oh,
Logan's like, Logan, why are you being difficult? I'm kidding.
I gotta be different. All right.
Sorry.
This is why
I
you're the
actually went-
co-host. No, I'm kidding.
I think this is one of his best ballads, though. I love "It's Begun to Rain."
Oh,
One of-
yeah.
one of
You're
my
matching
favorite
with
songs.
Bobo
he did,
today.
man.
I think you
Yeah.
and Bobo picked the
It's,
same songs.
Got some
Bobo,
great
are
slide
you
work.
actually Logan? Are you secretly Logan?
He's using the mellotron too, right?
Yeah.
Throughout the track.
Yeah,
It's slower
mellotron.
paced ballad, but yeah, Marino's got a great voice for that stuff, I thought, and I think he shows off his extended talents in ways that weren't exactly on full display on the first three because he's just doing more of the Guitar Hero things on that. Which, besides Strange Universe, he's starting to mix the synthesizers and stuff in there.
Right.
But this album is really it's probably one of my favorite ones, to be honest. I really like the change of. I mean, you got the rocker kind of things like with The Answer and Jive Baby and the weird stuff with Moonwalk and 4.
Logan.
But yeah, I really liked It's Begun to Rain, and that solo at the end, man, that's again one of my favorite solos he did.
And
yeah,
don't forget,
and then it changes too, Ernesto. Like it
What?
goes jazzy again, at the end.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I kind of like when he did that kind of stuff.
I like
It's
that stuff
different.
too.
Yeah.
And let's not forget how he's a pretty damn good singer. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
he's
many?
awesome, man.
Everyone said
Especially on
praises
that
his
song.
guitar playing, but his
Smart.
vocals
Oh.
are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was smart because his voice never really changed. He stayed,
No.
I mean, in that way. So that means when he got older, he was still able to do his early stuff. Like a lot of singers, they can't do their early stuff because they can't sing that way anymore. But he was smart. He kind of started out this kind of Hendrix type of way, and he was always able to stay the same. And so
at 16, he was already singing with that bluesy older voice,
Right.
right? So
yeah.
And he can control that range better than somebody who does the high stuff all the time. And then you see how it goes 20 years down the line, right?
But he could do those
So-
high notes. Like you'll get on some of my picks, you'll hear it. Yeah, he goes pretty high pitch. He can do it all. He's a fantastic singer. His singing is just as good as his guitar playing. I think he's just phenomenal.
I mean, Richie Blackmore doesn't sing. Jeff Beck never sang.
You wonder if these guys actually can sing, and they just choose not to. I don't know, but I think Jeff.
I think they just can't sing. I mean, Ingve Malmsteen thinks he can sing, and he's still.
There is a track where
okay
Beck sings,
singer. He's just not that much.
He doesn't want to pay for a singer, is what it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to.
Right.
I don't know. I always wondered or did it just interfere with their guitar playing too much that it just I was gonna have a singer. I mean,
right.
So,
True.
I don't know.
So I went, as my name suggests, I went Little Sexy Annie.
Okay.
Thought this was an amazing song. Always been one of my favorites of his. Despite the silly song title, it's just another song that starts off again with wicked drumming. Can't say
great drumming
can't
on
say
that
any
song.
more about how great of a drummer Jimmy was. This time being really super fast, which continues throughout the song. Again, fast tempo with slide guitar and flange. But there's this part throughout the song that's a little bit different from the rest of it with Frank double tracking his lead and backing vocals. He's just singing the lead vocals saying she's so sexy, and the backing vocals are going she's so, but then it stops at that point. So it kind of gives like almost like this kind of eerie echo, almost kind of weird, this weird vibe. But it's almost a spacey sound, even though the lyrics themselves are just kind of silly, but it provides with a great sound at that part of the song. And then just the last minute and a half is basically just Frank delivering some great guitar work, and Jimmy and Paul are going nuts on the drums and bass as well. So Little Sexy Annie is my pick off of this one. But again, it's opinion, so there is never a wrong pick. But like with this stuff, it's just like you can't go wrong with any of this stuff. Like he's just such a good musician. So and he is actually doing like a one-off free show in Montreal August 7th, apparently.
Yes.
So,
what, really? Oh
yeah. For an Italian
there's like
festival.
I'm getting tickets.
Yeah.
Cool. So what do you got? Because where are you? You're where are you based?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, around Orlando, Florida.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a little far. Not exactly close.
Yeah.
But all right. Cool. So next is World Anthem. Show you this. Where is the thingy here? All right. Yeah, World Anthem. More
This
interesting album. Well, Ernesto's got the
is Frank
nature.
Marino and
Another. Yeah. So now
Riding the
it's
world.
Frank
Riding the
Marino
world.
and Frank's the letters are like smaller than the damn album title. But yeah, Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. So yeah, so the whole story I keep doing this. The whole story with that is Frank said the label was always on his ass about, oh, ditch this whole band name nonsense, Mahogany Rush. People only care about you. No one's there to see anybody else in the band. It's all about you. So just go Frank Marino, be this guitar god, and we'll sell millions of records. And he's just like, that's totally ridiculous. He's like, so I'm supposed to go to these guys and tell them, sorry, I'm just changing it to like going under my name now, and you guys got to just deal with it. He's just like, no, I'm not doing that. So he went and like told the guys, and he's just like, these guys keep hounding me. They've been doing it from the beginning to just tour under Frank Marino, but like I don't want to do that to you guys. He's just like, can we just compromise and just go Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush? And they were cool with it. So it was just like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. So that's how the whole Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush thing started. He always said, he's just like, yeah, I just refer to it all as Mahogany Rush. But I'll give Frank that. There's no ego with that guy. He just didn't make compromises for the record company. He basically just, yeah. So Elder, let's see. We got Requiem for a Sinner, Hey Little Lover, Broken Heart Blues, In My Ways, the World Anthem, Look at Me, Lady, and Try for Freedom. And this was also released in '77, still on Columbia. And again, same band members, Frank Marino producing. Yeah, Frank's doing guitars, vocals, synthesizer, percussion, and timpani. And then there's a guy named Phil Beck, Bech, doing a synthesizer solo on the song Lady. So that's the only song where it's someone else is contributing on this. But yeah. And the band called X Japan from Japan actually covered World Anthem on their second album, Blue Blood. And
wow.
the covers of 3 of these songs ended up on that same cover album, Secondhand Smoke. George Lynch and Jeff Pilson from Dawkins are doing In My Ways.
Oh wow.
World Anthem, James Bird. I'm not sure.
James Bird is a good guitarist.
Okay.
I know who he is. Yeah.
And Try for Freedom by Ronnie Montrose. So they're all paying tribute to them on that one. So,
Wow.
Elder, what's your number 1 off of this?
All right, well, I'm going to apologize to Ernesto in advance if this is his. Requiem for a Sinner, I'm going to choose for my track.
Ernesto, is that it?
No, I didn't pick that one, but it's cool. It's cool.
All right, good. Requiem for a Sinner is just a very eerie, spooky song. I do, I have a Halloween mix that I do, and I play around Halloween.
Nice.
And that's on there because it's kind of a very spooky, sounds, it's, so I always love it. It reminds me, and this is a song that reminds me a little of Uli John Roth too. It reminds me a little bit of his, something that he would possibly do as well. But I am gonna, so that's it. Mine's gonna be Requiem for a Sinner. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a great song. Again, there's all great songs. So it's just like, what do you pick?
That's some great Halloween music, man.
I never thought of that. Halloween, Frank Marino did Halloween. That's interesting.
You put that one.
I never thought of it that way. But yes.
Black Sabbath and
just do Maxum and
Maxum and Requiem. Oh man, just mix it in and you got yourself a.
You'd have no trick-or-treaters. They would just be scared to come up to your house.
Yeah, and put a lot of smoke.
Oh god. Hand out some LSD. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ernesto, where are you going?
Okay, so
there's good music. Good candy and good music.
Yes. So I mean, this album's got a lot of synthesizers. On this one, it's heavy. It's really heavy. So
really, no.
I wanted to like pick something that was kind of bluesy because I love the blues, but I picked Hey Little Lover. Okay. That's the one I picked. I like that jam. It just something about it. It's bluesy. It's got that vibe, and it's just something about it. Just like if you like the blues, you listen to that, and you listen to it live on the other albums and stuff, and it's just one of those jam sessions. Like, oh man, it feels so good. It's like good, man. It's just one of those songs you could just put in your car and just cruise down there. It's just a great song, man. it's the best, man. To me, I think that's my favorite. I mean, I could have picked Requiem, but I was like, oh man, it's a tough one, man.
Elder's gonna pick that, so I'm not picking it.
Yeah, so I better pick something different. But Hey Little Lover that's the groove fest, man. That's just it's groovy, man. Pick that one. So that's
As
my
DC
pick.
would say, that's a mood setter.
It was close between that and that. It was close for me between those two. So
right, because that's one of his songs that he usually plays live. So I'm like, oh, it sounds great, man. It's
When did you say you saw him again?
Yeah, I saw him before he retired at a small club over here in LA.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Nice. Logan, what are you going with?
Well, we're going down the track list because I picked Broken Heart Blues.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Really like that song, man.
Yeah, Mr. Sentimental with his broken heart. No, I'm kidding.
I knew. I see. The second I picked that, I was like, I know you're gonna say something. But yeah, it's got some great rhythm guitar. I thought, it's got a great lead, like right at the start, which I thought was cool. And Marino does the whole singing along to his lead lines, which I always like we had talked about on All in Your Mind. Yeah, leads are drenched in the wah pedal on this one, and whole band sound gelled together. I thought, and I think it's probably one of their more straightforward blues rockers. I would say In My Ways is probably a close second, though. I really like that song. Pretty long, extended. Kind of repeats itself a little too much for me, though, I noticed. But both the solos he does are killer,
Can you
like
imagine George Lynch doing that? That's crazy.
But, yeah, I have to check it out. Yeah, I've never.
Might be a little bit too much going. That's kind of weird.
Even Cry for Freedom, I'd like to hear Ronnie try that out. I'm sure he did a good job with that. So yeah, this is a pretty cool album, man. It's more kind of more like how 4 was, more experimentation. But there's a little more. I think there's a little more. Yeah, there's more of that, and there's a little more blues at the start. I feel like this record's kind of like a tale of two halves, really, because the second half is a lot more keyboard orientated. I thought so. But yeah, I really like all of it. That's a pretty solid album.
I think that for your generation, it's like your age. When you hear these albums, it's like it really gets you into the blues, right?
People his age don't listen to this music or that stuff.
No. Yeah.
Well,
if I played
Logan's kind of young,
listening to Frank Marino, I don't think so.
If I played the world anthem for somebody my age, I don't think they'd probably be like, "What's this?
This doesn't sound like Bad Bunny. What is this?
Is this the national anthem?"
Wait a minute. This isn't K-pop.
What's going on?
Well, hey,
K-pop.
if you played the Maxoom, it'd really freak them out. Think about that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Reaction videos you see of people listening to then play Maxoom.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, World Anthem, didn't that have lyrics to it? But there's no lyrics on the album or vocals on the album, but there's lyrics to that.
Yeah, they printed words for it, I think. But it's instrumental though on the album, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I thought it was supposed to be used for something. I can't remember. I'm not sure.
So now who's stealing songs? That was my pick too, as well, Logan. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I went with Broken Heart Blues. Yeah. Frank
that
showcases.
First side is killer, man. I love that first side of this album.
Frank showcases his really heavy blues rock voice on this, as again delivering a catchy, heavy blues groove throughout. Of course, his typical killer lead guitar playing, and Jimmy and Paul killing it on bass and drums. Total heavy blues rocker that's quite different from everything else on the album. As the rest of the songs are, quite experimental and much more of an almost jazz fusion style, with Frank playing a lot of synths, except for the synth solo on Lady, which is, played by Phil Beck or Batch. I'm not sure how Phil says his name, but that was my pick. Broken Heart Blues. So got 2 votes for that one. So, yeah. So again, there's lots of great stuff on here. So if you're just a fan of more bluesy stuff, there's that on here. If you're into the crazy jazzy stuff, there's that as well. Slogan bebop. I do like bebop deluxe. That album cover is misleading. Going with the skeleton, you're thinking it's this heavy metal album, and it's not, but it's still good. Yeah.
Ex Victim. That's the one I know.
Yeah.
And Sunburst Finish. I know a lot of people like that one.
So I'm surprised nobody picked Lady. Lady's a good song too.
They're all All right. Logan is an old soul. Yes.
He is.
He prefers to hang out with 50 and 60-year-olds than his own 22-year-olds.
My buddies ain't going to talk about Mahogany Rush, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
They'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, Rush. They're a big band, aren't they?" Like, yeah.
Oh, should they just get back together to have a new drummer?
Yeah.
That Tom Sawyer band.
So yeah, this is continuing the Frank Marino, and then they just started putting him on the album cover. I'm sure he loved that. But yeah,
Yeah, right.
Frank Marino, Tales of the Unexpected, and this is a weird one because the first half is live. I guess on the
Yeah.
original record, right? One half would the first side would be all studio, and then the second half is all live tracks. But they're not on
Yep.
any other. I guess they would be on the live album, right? Are they also on
Yeah.
live? Yeah. So, but yeah, this one's actually got a few covers on it. So this one's got Sister Change, All Along the Watchtower. He's so basically a cover of a cover.
Right.
Norwegian
Yep.
Wood by the Beatles. He does Tales of the Unexpected, and then he gets to the live tracks here. Down is Tales what? No, Down, 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 Door of Illusion, Woman, and then Bottom of the Barrel. Those are the live tracks. So yeah. So
I always wondered, were those like left over from the live album, and they just decided?
Yeah,
to
I
throw
don't
them?
know. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know if they're like leftovers or something. But yeah, so it's half
Yeah,
live,
it's
half
weird.
studio, which is a very strange concept.
Very
But
strange to do that, and then like don't,
Yeah.
and then like two of them are covers. It's weird.
yeah, because people might just look at it and think it's a live album or something, because it does look like just a live album, right? Just even the picture itself is
He-
just this guy kind of on
he's-
stage, I guess, and
He's
Yeah.
being picked up by the UFO, man. He's gonna groove
Being
into
abducted.
space.
Ugh. Cool. So, Elder, what are you going with?
I'm gonna go. What do I have? Sister Change.
It's the opening track.
Open. Nice.
Yeah, that's again. That's another kind of scary track. I put that on my Halloween mix
It's
too.
Halloween play.
It's just kind of
Nice.
weird. Especially that vote. That's the Sister Change. It's
Yeah.
like really
Yeah,
weird.
see, that one sounds like there's females on that one. I don't know if there is.
Yeah, it does sound like
I
there's
could be
females.
wrong. But
It's weird.
yeah.
This album doesn't even have a Wikipedia. Like, there's not even.
No, a lot of them don't really, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, this one and two others don't. It's very strange.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Yeah, this might have been when I was younger, maybe when I started stepping away from him, because I did hear this stuff, but I don't know, the covers I didn't really care for. I mean, there's two covers, and so
Yeah.
I did like this album. It kind of left me a little confused. So
Okay. Yeah, so there's backing vocals, Nanette Workman. So you were right, Logan.
Oh, there you go.
It sounded like it was,
Yeah, there is female backing vocals by Nanette Workman. I'm not sure who she is. Yeah.
She
had
is
some-
Sister
She had
Change.
some solo albums in the 60s, or late 60s, throughout holy crap. She had like 20 albums herself. They're all
Wow.
in French. She's French Canadian. They're all in like French. There's a few English songs, but yeah.
That's the
Oh.
next best song show, right? We're doing it.
Nanette Workman best. Oh my god, can you imagine? All right. So who's it's Ernesto's turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ernesto, what's your favorite off of this?
This is it's kind of tough one to pick because there's a lot of great songs that he covers that he turns them into his style. I was gonna go with the obvious. I was gonna go with Norwegian Wood because I like that song.
Wow.
But I changed it. And I thought, no, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Hendrix All Along the Watchtowers. That to me is my favorite. I just like his style, his interpretation of it, and everything. And whether they call him a copycat, whatever, I don't care. It just sounds great. You know, he puts his little style into it, changes it up,
Yeah, exactly.
makes it his own.
yeah, it wasn't a typical exact cover of it, which I did like about that. I did like when I was listening back. I realized that he put his own spin on it really well.
Yeah, he did, and I liked it, and I've liked it ever since. And when he plays it live, you can't beat that. It's always great to hear that song. But yeah, so that'll be my pick.
Cool. Logan. You lining up
Logan?
with anybody so far?
Well, is it
Just
working?
talk. We can
You
hear
guys hear
you.
me?
It's only
Oh,
on
it's
your
kinda
end. We
lagging.
can hear you fine.
You're good.
It was lagging bad, man. No, it's
It's
lagging
only on
really
your
bad.
end. If you could just
I don't know
talk,
if you
you're
guys are
fine. Yeah,
No, you're good. You're good.
Maybe. Well,
Oh.
I was thinking Bottom of the Barrel, to be honest. 'Cause
okay.
I really like those live songs. Those live
Just
songs are
scraping
pretty
the
cool.
bottom of the
And-
barrel. No.
Yeah, the
Gotta
live
say
ones are
though,
really-
man, you listen to Down, 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 and tell me that isn't like a Manic Depression rewrite.
Yeah.
Like the drums, everything about that man
Yeah.
is just like Manic Depression. Which I'm not saying is
Yeah.
a bad thing. It's just interesting to hear that,
Right.
But Yeah, Bottom of the Barrel is really cool. Kind of like a more boogie rock kind of song. But yeah, it's got great leads in it, I thought. And yeah, that's probably the one for this album. But yeah, I
It's
love All
very
Along the Watchtower too. I think
it's
he does a
very
very good
jazz
job with that.
fusion, right? It's very
Yeah,
Yeah,
jazzy, right? It's
big
got a
time.
lot
Big
of
time.
fusion in there.
cool.
Just
So
like Door of Illusion is too. It's kind of got like a
Yeah.
jazz thing.
Yeah.
you're not sounds like a Garbage Pail Kid card. You're not lagging, Logan. Oh my god, it does sound like one of those old Garbage Pail Kid. Yeah. Oh my god, you're not lagging, Logan. Oh my god. All right, Logan probably doesn't even know what Garbage Pail Kid cards are. So probably no clue what we're talking about.
Oh, I know
Garbage
what they
Pail.
are, but yeah, I
Oh,
don't
you
really
do
know
know what
anything
they are.
about
Okay.
them.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So the next we got. Wait, no.
Let's not go in that tangent.
There was
My
also a
turn.
bad movie.
My
put
turn.
out
I
by
got to do my song here.
everyone else about the
Yeah, you
Garbage
gotta
Pail
go.
Kid.
Yeah.
So this one I didn't really make much notes, but yeah, it was, I went with Door of Illusion. Always love that song. Just
Right.
another
Yeah.
one of his funky heavy rockers with all three members killing it on their instruments. Killer vocals, guitar, bass, drum throughout. Yeah, all three of these guys were just on fire on this song, as they are on every song. But that one stood out for me. Just great guitar work, great soloing, great just heavy bluesy, heavy rock song. So yeah, Door of Illusion. So that was my pick. And that brings us to another one that I own. Are we in the right order? What's next, right? That's the next one? Yeah.
Classic.
What's next? Again, more rock candy love here. Yeah. Where they're all, well, stupid stickers blocking it. I should peel this off.
Yeah.
It's all like, I hate that's my pet peeve with this. It's just like the sticker takes up half the damn cover with these
Yeah.
rock candy releases. It's like, I don't need a sticker. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways.
Could be able to remove it or something, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're all fixing their car. So at this point, though, Frank adds his younger brother, Vince Marino, on rhythm guitar. So it kind of opens them up a little bit live so they can do material that you would need two guitar players to pull off the full sound. So yeah, enter Vince Marino. So same lineup, but with Vince Marino joins, and they're still under Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. I think Vince is in the very Ernesto, show it up again because this is just ridiculous. Stupid things like so. If you can really see that, Vince is at the very very back. He's on a motorcycle, I believe. It looks like, or he's sitting on something.
No, that's
Frank,
the engine.
is
He's
it the
working on
engine?
the engine.
Yeah, he's on the end.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on the engine.
Okay, and then Frank's laying underneath the car. I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell.
Frank's
I
checking
think
the oil.
Jimmy's the dark-haired one. I don't know what the hell he's doing there at the back. It's just funny.
He's
It's a funny
pointing
picture.
a wrench at him.
But yeah. So this was actually a real so Frank Marino, he like I said, he actually again I was watching an interview with him and he said he dropped out of school at like did I say this at the beginning of the show? I feel like I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I did that. I said that whole story about how he like dropped out at like grade 7, but then like taught himself physics and mechanical stuff. So he knows how to like fix cars and everything. And I guess he had like a garage where he would just like fix cars. And we found this out when we interviewed the Canadian band Tease. And I'm pretty sure it's probably the same garage because the guitar player from Tease, Mark, he was mentioning that Frank Marino does an uncredited guitar solo on one of the Tease songs.
Oh wow.
And I was because the only reason it came up in the interview, I was telling them throughout the interview, we were kind of telling them what our favorite songs were off of each album, and we kind of asked the guys in the band to kind of do the same, and they went along with it. They were really cool. And when I told them the name of my favorite song was, that's when he's just like, oh, do I got a story for you? He said like he was sitting there in the studio recording it, and he was trying to lay down the solo. He's like, I'm there for like 4 hours screwing around trying to get a solo for the song, and I couldn't get it, and they got mad and they kicked me out. And we were right, or I guess where they were recording is right next to this. I would have to say it's probably this. He said they were at this. I think they were using the same studio or whatever that Frank used, but they were next door to like his garage or whatever where he used to fix cars all the time. And so Frank was available. They're just like, Frank, show this guy how to play a solo. They just brought Frank in and just did the solo instead. So his solo was actually on the song, and then he just went back to fixing his car again. What the
Pretty
hell?
cool.
This is kind of wild. So
It's also weird. I mean, to be like,
I should
oh, great.
have asked Mark
Like,
before
you
the show
probably
if
did
this
it
is
one
the same
take, right?
place. I'm assuming it probably is, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But,
Frank probably did it in one take, and he's probably like, "Oh shit."
he's just like, what the hell? Really? Thanks. Just like, and I told him, I'm like, I feel bad now. I picked that's my favorite song off the album, and you're not even doing the solos. What the hell? It's like, oh, yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is what's next. This was the first one with his younger brother, Vince Marino. Probably would have had Vince with him from the beginning, but he would have been like too young. He would have been like, what, 8 on the first album?
Yeah.
Right.
Something like that. I don't know how much younger he is, but yeah. So he had his younger brother Vince Marino joining, and so there you go. Talent runs in the family. So you got him there on rhythm guitar. So this one for me, I don't know. I think Logan already told me this, but for me, it's probably my favorite of his albums. It's probably my favorite album by these guys. Me, because I'm more of a hard rock. I think they went more in like a hard rock direction with this.
Yeah.
Big time,
It is
yeah.
kind of a cool album cover though, because you got mahogany rushes on the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's a solid album, top to bottom. But yeah, so you got Livin', Finish Line, Rock Me Baby, which is of course BB King. Something's Coming Our Way, Roadhouse Blues, The Doors, obviously, Loved by You, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Mona, which is actually the B-side of Hey Bo Diddley by Bo Diddley. It's actually the B-side of the 1957 Bo Diddley song, Mona. So
Yep.
Yeah, so that rounds that album up. So Ernesto or Elder, what are you going with?
Elder.
I'm gonna go with I actually didn't know it was the cover, but I'm gonna go with Rock Me Baby. I think it's a blues jam.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs by him live. He does it live, and it was on the live album. I'm a King Bee, and so I've always, it kind of reminds me of that soloing. I always love that soloing in that song, and so he's doing the same type of soloing in this song too. And I think maybe I was thinking I didn't know there was a cover, but I was thinking maybe he did this because he didn't want to do I'm a King Bee in the studio, but he wanted to do something like I'm a King Bee, so.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it's a total ripoff. I'm just saying it's that same type of soloing he does.
Yeah.
That blues. It's like blues, but then he starts to shred a little.
Right.
He starts to get, and it's just really cool. And so I love that. So yeah. So I'm gonna go with that song for that album.
I'm surprised you didn't know that was a cover. It's actually listed as the most covered recorded blues songs of all time.
I don't know BB King that well. Or
yeah, I mean, I didn't realize it was BB King. I had to look it up who actually it was. Muddy Waters apparently did it. I think the Stones do it at one point or something. I know they probably played it live, but yeah. Rock Me Baby, Rock Me All Night. Yeah.
And it's funny because on the lyrics, it says traditionally arranged by Frank Marino.
Yeah, so he took, I think that's why you don't recognize it, because he did take it and rearrange a song that was kind of popular. So it's not exactly the same. He rearranged a song. So it doesn't sound, well, there's another one, but yeah, I'm probably giving away my pick here. There's a song on here that he really rearranges. But yeah, even Roadhouse Blues, he sort of rearranged. It's not the same, but yeah. So Ernesto, what are you going with?
Oh, I'm going to hit you hard with this one. This is going to be brutal. I'm going to go with the song. No, hold on.
I thought that was it because you requested it for one of my request shows. Or your
I know,
show.
I picked that one. I know, I love that song too. But I'm going to pick a song that they should be playing in every rock and roll place, in every rock and roll hall, which is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Shame.
Yes.
I almost chose that one as well. Yeah.
Because
he would
I
turn
think
it down if he got inducted.
No, I know, but I'm saying that song should be playing in the bathrooms. That place should be playing in the restaurants. They should be playing it everywhere.
They play music in the public bathroom. I guess they do.
Man, everything. I mean, that song kicks ass, dude. Come on. It just goes from that to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and then goes right into Mona. I mean, come on. It don't get better than that. But Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, when he wrote that song, I don't even think he was thinking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
No,
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame at that time. I don't even know if there was a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. At that time.
It was
in 1980. There would have been
mid 80s, I think.
Was it?
No, but it wasn't built yet. They didn't build it until I think the 90s.
There was a concept of it, and I do remember there was a few.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't even know if it's that early though. Maybe
no.
1983.
Oh, they built it in 1983?
Frank predicted the future. There you go.
He built it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
He knew how to build.
Yeah. So that song. That song is legendary, dude. And you can't fucking go and listen to that song and say that he didn't have anything to do with the Rock and Roll of Fame. You're crazy because that song is badass. Huh? They should play that mandatory.
I had no idea. I always thought that was something that was like, I don't know, because it's in the U.S. So I assume that was something that's been around like the 60s.
No, man. I mean,
it's that recent. So it's only as old as me. Like, wow, okay, that's actually surprising.
Yeah, that's just a killer song, man. I don't know. I'm just saying,
Wow.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame owes him
Yeah.
money because they
Yeah.
play that, and they should
You
play
should
that
sue
all
them
the
for
time.
copyright infringement.
Exactly. So
You stole my
that's
song title for your building.
that's going to be my pick. So
Good pick.
Rock
Rock
Yeah,
and
good.
Roll Hall of Fame.
You can take a picture. Vanessa's gonna find it and like take a picture. Be like, look, that's the Frank Marino building.
Yeah, this
I
is
should do
the
that in tours. Be like, this is the Frank Marino building.
yeah.
Or the Mahogany Rush building. Yeah.
It's just a
Oh.
great song, man. I mean, come on.
Rock and Roll Hall
It's-
of Fame is great. There's nothing bad in any of this, but yeah, this is
No,
for me.
no, the whole album is good. I think the whole album's good.
Cool.
Yep.
Logan,
Yep.
you going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or you going somewhere else?
Well, kind of what you were talking about. This one, and I'd say the next two. That's probably his peak for me. I love these albums more than any of them myself.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, these next three
but
are
yeah, I'm gonna go.
probably my favorite. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Something's Coming Our Way. Actually, I always love
Yeah,
that song.
it was hard not to pick that. That whole song is like a solo.
Man,
Just like,
that lead. That's one of the best
nuts.
leads probably of all time. Like what he's
Yeah.
doing on that is crazy, man.
Come
That
on,
just
you can
makes
learn
the
that
track
in like
itself,
10
you know?
minutes, can't you,
Yeah.
Logan? You can
Yeah,
just go
right.
hammer that out, right?
Yeah, I go
Go
hammer
play
it
it.
out in
Pick up
about
your guitar and just start
17
playing
years.
it.
17 years. Yeah, we'll get it down.
17 years.
No, yeah. I haven't been abusing the guitar lately, so but yeah, Something's Coming Our Way. That's my pick, man. I don't have much more to say. I mean, that lead's just one of a
Yeah.
kind,
If you want to
I mean,
hear
it
a
just
song,
grabs
it's
you.
basically just one long guitar solo, right?
Yeah,
This
and the
is-
live
this
versions
is-
he does is even better,
This is like one of my favorites for like a top 10, like of all time that I can listen
Wow,
to and never
okay.
get tired of. That's
Yeah.
basically it right here.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
whole thing is great, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Frank's looking cool as hell on the back with the.
Yeah.
Although
Oh, yeah.
he probably wishes they put the entire band on there, but yeah.
Yeah, that's
He was very anti stop promoting me,
Yeah.
the whole entire band kind of thing. He was just not that kind of person. He was just like, yeah, gotta give him lots of credit for that. Like most of these guys are opposite. These guys like the opposite of Richie Blackmore. He probably wishes it was called Richie Blackmore and Deep Purple. Logan was
Yeah.
telling me that in the chat. He was just,
Well, he tried Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, so
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, mine on this one.
Rainbow, I don't know. This was just a rainbow, so I don't know.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
opposite of
I don't
Frank,
know.
which is-
Yeah.
You could have had the same people telling him you could. It should be Richie Blackmore and Rainbow, and
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't even argue it. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea. I should have done that with Deep Purple." That's what he would say. Yeah. So I had to go with Mona. I know it's a cover again. Both of us actually, two of us picked covers, right? But who cares? I don't know how really familiar that song even is. I had no idea that was a cover until doing this exercise and looking up the songs and credits and stuff like that. But yeah, as I said, it's a cover of a Bo Diddley song. Completely changes it. And I mentioned, it was the B-side of that big, huge hit that he had, Hey Bo Diddley from '57. Isn't that song that was used for like I Love Candy? It's that riff.
It sounds like, right?
Yeah,
what they call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I listened to it. I did go and listen to the original of Mona. Sounds nothing like this.
No.
Frank actually slowed it down because the original's like this really fast, but like just like this typical '50s rock and roll song.
Yeah.
But he transformed it into this heavy, funky blues rocker with great cowbell, which you would think the drummer's playing, but no. His brother Vince Marino was actually doing the cowbell on this.
Yeah.
Vince also lays down some heavy riffs to go along with Frank's excellent lead work. The final minute and 10 seconds of this song might be my favorite moment on any of these albums. It goes completely nuts, starting off with Frank doing some great screams, and then counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then goes into like a crazy solo. Everyone else is keeping up with Frank on their instruments. Ends with Frank belting out a crazy scream, and then it's just Frank all by himself going nuts on his whammy bar. There's like no other instruments going on. All you hear is just like this crazy whammy bar noise, making it sound like a nuclear explosion or something. And then all the other instruments come back in and give it this crazy like climactic ending. Just always loved the song. And so honestly, this is the first song that came to mind when doing this exercise. I'm like, whatever album Mona is on, it's going to be that one. So, but yeah, hard not to pick something coming our way. I'm horrible at remembering. Like I've listened to Frank, I've listened to a lot of these albums before, but and I love them when I put them on. Horrible at remembering tracks, like what songs are on which album and stuff like that. So I was just like, when I saw Something's Coming Our Way and Mona were on the same album, I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it, Frank. Couldn't you save one of those? Because now I got to pick between two of the best songs ever. So, but yeah, I went with Mona. But yeah, I could have gone Something's Coming. I mean, there's nothing on here that's skippable. Everything. Like, I thought
Oh,
you were
great.
going You Got Livin' because you did request that for your birthday show, Ernesto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Rock
love
and Roll
that song too. I mean, I love it. That's a great song,
Yeah,
man.
I'm glad you told me pick Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I never would have known that. Like, I thought he would name this. I thought it was just like a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inspired song or something. But this
Yeah,
was
no, that's Rock and
great.
Roll Hall of Fame, man. That's
Wow. That's
stuff
crazy.
of legends, man. That's stuff of legends, dude.
So
You
Oh,
can't.
wow.
I love all that stuff, man. Look at that. This is
So then we get to what I think is probably Logan's maybe favorite album. The pictures of them are so like kind of so. Frank
I'd say so,
Marino.
man. It's probably the peak for me.
So
Love this album.
this is where Frank really was getting annoyed. So like I said, he was being pushed every single album. Columbia's just like ditch Mahogany Rush, and he says no. He's like, I already bended and I went Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. I'm not doing it. And then they went and hired some artist to draw this, and next thing you know, it's out and it just says Frank Marino, and he's like, what the hell? Like, and he was pissed. He's like, I still hate it to the day because it just says my name, and then he's like, well, now people are just gonna think I've gone solo, but it's the same band members, it's the same lineup, so you're confusing people too, right? Like, it's just like there's okay, so I guess he's like, so people are gonna think that we're just broken up and that it's just me now. Like, that's what people are gonna think, but then they'll see the other musicians and be like, well, then what? What's going on, right? It's again, record companies. You never know what these.
They might think like it's him. Like he's got look at his ego. He made
People are gonna think I'm gonna have like this big ego or something because it's. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird, but yeah, I think it's a cool album cover. Without take that inside, but yeah, it's kind of it's a weird drawing. It is kind of strange. Like, it doesn't really fit with the look of any of his other album covers. Really, it's just kind of very weird. I don't know. It's strange, but yeah. But yeah, Power of Rock and Roll. Wow. Like, yeah, like, these guys were like, he's probably only like, I think not even 30 by this album, and we're talking like 12 albums or like 10 albums in here or something like that. So yeah, this one, so you got Power of Rock and Roll. This was what, 1981 now we're at? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was hammering this out like crazy because what's next was 1980. Here we are in 1981 now. So Power of Rock and Roll, Play My Music, Stay With Me, Running Wild, Crazy Miss Daisy, Go Strange, Young Man, and Ain't Dead Yet. It's only 8 songs, but quite a bit of them are actually quite long. But yeah. So Elder, what's your favorite off of this?
Yeah, so I think this is like when I was younger. This is when I started stepping away from Frank Marino because I was getting into heavier stuff. I was getting into more like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden. And but I think part of it was also when I saw that album cover, and it's just something about it didn't scream like rock and roll. Like to me, it seemed like I don't know, like it was a commercial album maybe. I mean, I didn't hear any of it, but so this is kind of when I stepped away, and this is like these last few albums from this point on is me like really hearing the stuff as a new material for the first time. So I wish I could have absorbed it more, so that's just like I say. This I wish I would have followed him because listen to the stuff back. It's great stuff, but I was just in the direction I was going, I guess. But I'm gonna say off this one, I'm gonna say Ain't Dead Yet. It's a pretty cool rocker. Just love the title. I love that title too. Ain't Dead Yet. But yeah, it's a good rocker. So that's what
the ending. The ending on Ain't Dead Yet is good, right? It just ends the way it ends and cuts off.
Yeah.
Yep.
It builds up, like the intensity. It builds up, and then boom! It's crazy. It's like, whoa, that's a good one. That's a good pick.
Yeah, Brian asked was total. So that's again, as I said, basically Frank would basically just say, "Oh, he said, I never knew my sales figures." He's like, there was basically almost like this weird compromise. They let me make whatever music I wanted to make. They didn't tell me what to do, but they basically just kept all the money. So he's just like, I know we were selling albums. He's like, it looks like people just think, oh, we're some obscure band, we didn't sell records or something, but that's actually not true. Because he's like, I had people telling me, oh, Frank, I loved your album. Everyone in my ear telling me, oh, I bought your album, it's great, it's great. I have all these people telling me how great I am, and well, I appreciate all that love and support. It was just like, all right, the end of the day, we got to eat. And he like went to the label and was just like, what is this? Like, oh, well, we don't know your sales figures aren't really available. It's just like, yeah, okay. You don't know. Like, give me a break. You don't know the sales figures. Come on.
Right.
You're the label. Who else would know? Like, come on, man. Like, they were doing big shows of tons of people there, so they obviously were making money. It just wasn't going to them. It's just, actually, everything charted actually within like the top 200. I know that's not crazy, but you're still charting, so you'd be making some sort of money, you would think. But everyone thought they were like rich because they were like playing like California Jam and stuff. But it's just like, that's not how it works. But yeah. So anyways, we'll go off into what are we doing now? We're on the next album. No, we still have to Ernesto. Your favorite off of this.
Yeah. I was gonna pick Ain't Dead Yet, but I was like, oh, wait a minute. There's a song in here. There's a song in here that I heard, and I thought to myself, damn, that is really a trippy song. So I'm gonna go with Go Strange, because when you listen to Go Strange, it kind of reminds you of what Jimmy Page was doing with all those Arabic tunings and all that Arabic sound. He was embedding it into his music and his guitar playing. And you listen to Go Strange, man, it's trippy like that. It's very Middle Eastern music, like embedded into the guitar playing. Really deep song.
You say that, the Middle Eastern thing, that would be, so he's Italian on his mother's side, or sorry,
Right.
his mother's side, his father's side. His mother's side is Syrian, so there's your,
Yeah.
that explains the Middle Eastern influence, because he is actually Middle Eastern on his, he's half Syrian, half Italian, so that explains that. So.
And you listen to Go Strange, man, the intro so badass, and then it goes deep into that Middle Eastern sound, that very reminiscent of Jimmy Page. You know, when Jimmy Page was doing that, a lot of people are like, whoa, that sound was different, because nobody was doing that, you know? And you hear Frank do it, wow, it just blows you away. It's like, it's really cool, man. I love those sounds. I love when they place and they put different types of sound into the music and change it up and make it, you know, I mean, I love the blues and all that, but when you put these new sounds in it, it just sounds totally different, and it just takes you somewhere else, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Strange. Yeah.
It's almost done like a comic book. Is that what it's supposed to be like? Or is that just like
I think so. Yeah, I think something like that.
What it looks like. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You got to draw and Mahogany Rush underneath it. Cross off Power Rock and Roll Drive. If I ever met him and I got it signed, I would tell him to do that. Can you just sign it Mahogany Rush instead of Frank?
Yeah.
It already says that on the album. He would probably laugh and do that. He probably would just sign it as Mahogany Rush. Just write Mahogany Rush.
Now you look at this concert right here when he played with Motorhead.
He's still so young. Like, what the hell? That's like, what, 9th, 10th album here? Like,
1981, man.
Motorhead Ozzy. Who else? Riot. Wow. Vardis. That's
Vardis is
Triumph. I almost missed Triumph. It's right in the middle. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's a crazy show.
And you have Ozzy Osbourne as the second on the bill.
1981. So that's the debut album, tour. Wild. Triumph is Allied Forces. Motorhead would be what? Iron Fist? Or no?
1981.
Ace of Spades, maybe.
Ace of Spades tour. Yeah, holy crap. It's like iconic tours for all Riot's. Riot's Fire Down Under. Like, holy shit, that's a tour.
Yeah,
that was the Mod tour, and it was reversed. Motorhead opened up for Ozzy when I saw them in
Oh, okay.
Although Heavy Metal Holocaust, that's a weird. I guess you could argue this album has more heavy metal elements to it than anything else he did. This is like a straight up just hard rock album. So.
Yeah. Well, he himself says he's not heavy metal. He's a hard rock dude. You know, he's straight up hard rock.
Oh. Who? Frank, you mean?
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, but he's actually got a son. Or no, it's not son. His a nephew. He's got a nephew that I've never listened to them, but apparently he's got a nephew in like a death metal band. Just kind of funny. But yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, interesting. But cool. So Logan, what are you going with?
Well, got to copy Elder again, man. Ain't Dead Yet. This is a great song, man. Yeah, I know.
Just like Frank's record company.
All this album's killer though, man. I mean, the title track, you know, Stay With Me. I mean, all of it's awesome, you know. And it probably is my favorite one, you know. And I even love the little drum break, you know. I'm not usually crazy about the solos, you know, in between for drumming, you know, drum solos on records. But Jimmy, man, he does a great job on that track, I thought. Like right in the middle, they go into this like breakdown thing, and it's really cool, man. And it's just a great song. I like how Ernesto said it just ends, you know. it's pretty cool how it just ends like that. So
It just
yeah,
cuts
man,
off.
yeah.
Boom.
So
That's a good
I
one.
went. Oh, you done or you continue? Sorry, I
No,
wasn't
I'm
sure.
I
good.
think
You're good? Okay, cool. So I went with the title track. I don't know. I know it's probably a lame pick, but I don't know. I just always love that song.
Killer song. Killer
Um,
song's a killer song.
just yeah, this one's somewhat stylistically similar to "Satisfy Your Soul." Kind of has that, which I picked off of "Strange Universe," so I went this one as well. But this one's a lot more ferocious than that. It's a lot more lead work and emphasis on the rhythm guitar, courtesy of Frank's brother Vince. And Frank goes nuts in the final minute of the song. Hard driving, heavy rock and roll song makes you want to get up and headbang. Yeah, perfect opening song, which is also, of course, the title track. It sets the overall tone of this album, which doesn't let up throughout. Super high energy, but commercial enough again, though, to where it sounds like it could be a radio hit because of that catchy chorus. But 1981, I
Couple
think
songs. Couple
maybe a
songs
little
on
bit
that
too
album, I
late for
think.
this style of music in 81. But
Yeah,
again,
maybe
Frank
so.
didn't make any compromises, just played what he wanted, didn't try to go with the times really at all. Because, yeah, but I thought this was maybe just at the wrong time, 1981, for this kind of music. But still, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's a fantastic album. Whatever was right for the time, whatever. Who cares?
Right.
It's great, fantastic music that we got out of this. So, yeah, so that's what I went with. And then I keep saying this, though, this is my favorite. Like these three could all be tied for like my favorite of his albums.
Right.
We're
The
really
whole
good.
eternity of his career, man, right
I
here.
probably would go this because this is probably the first one I heard. But
Yeah.
yeah. But Juggernaut. This is so
Juggernaut.
unfortunately at this time the Jimmy, the drummer, was left. And let me make sure I got the guy's name right here. So we got, it's even weird. Like this website I'm using has like Frank Marino on like a different band page than Mahogany Rush. It's stupid because of this nonsense with these. Yeah. Okay. Well, hold on. I got his whole. So Tim Barry, Biery, Tim Barry. So he played drums on this. So he replaced Jimmy. Jimmy actually. So Tim actually has played for Fast Eddie Clark.
Oh wow.
Sorry, this different Fast Eddie. It's just Fast
Oh.
Eddie. I don't know who the
Eddie.
hell Fast Eddie is. He was I don't know. He played in the Nils Lofgren band. Isn't that Elton John's?
Bruce
No,
Springsteen.
he's in like Bruce and
Springsteen.
Neil
Yeah,
Young's band.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
he's in a couple-
Nigel. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Nils Lofgren band. So Tim Barry actually played for him apparently. He's got 2 solo albums as well. But yeah, so he was in on drums and he picks up the slack. He's a good I guess I want to say replacement, but I guess a good yeah, I guess good replacement for Jimmy on this. So he nails the drumming on this. So yeah, unfortunately they lost a member, but Tim came in here and did a good job. Jim actually just left just to go in his girlfriend's band. So that just shows you these guys weren't making enough money because he's just able to just make a decision like that and just be like, yeah, I'd rather just do this kind of whatever thing.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
but yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, they maybe weren't making a lot, so like we weren't even a good gig. But I also think that Frank must have been treating them okay for them to stay
Yeah.
with him. You know, I mean,
It was amicable. It wasn't just like, oh, you're an ass, I'm leaving your band. No, it was like this amicable thing. He's just like, yeah, he's just like, I'm tired of the whole touring thing. It's just like, I'm just
you know,
simplify my
I mean,
life here and just
people
go
money,
play in my
pay
girlfriend's
them,
band.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So
All
he's,
those.
you know, that says a lot that they stayed with him, and you know,
Yeah. And yeah, unfortunately, like we've mentioned a few times, Jimmy passed a couple years ago. But yeah, Tim stepped in and did a great job on the drums here because there's some great drumming on this as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
so we got Strange Dreams. So that song was somewhat of a hit. Probably the only song that you would ever get radio play.
Right.
Brian doesn't know any of his stuff. Go listen to Strange Dreams. There's an off chance you know that song. If you don't, then you're not gonna know probably anything by Frank. But yeah, Strange Dreams was basically his biggest hit and well-known song. Yeah, Strange Dreams, Midnight Highway, Stories of a Hero, Free, Maybe It's Time, Ditch Queen, For Your Love, and then ends on the title track, Juggernaut. So yeah, Elder, what are you going with on this?
I'm gonna go with the title track, Juggernaut. Just great hard rock track. I love, you know, the way the guitar comes in, you know,
Yeah.
it's coming in. But when I was listening to,
yeah, that's awesome.
you know, I was reading the stuff on Amazon, you know, after the album would quit, they would sometimes throw in another track, and there was a live version of Juggernaut would come up, and he's just doing the guitar and the vocal at the beginning. He's singing the vocal, just him and the guitar, and then it kicks into the song, and it's pretty cool. But also, Halloween did a covers album called Heavy Metal Jukebox back in, I think it was the early 2000s, and they covered Juggernaut as well.
You're stealing my notes. I have that written down. Yeah, Metal Jukebox. Yeah, they do a killer version. I still prefer the original, but they do it good. Yeah.
So yeah, my choice.
That's a good choice.
Juggernaut. I got my notes are long for that one. I know I'm giving away my pick here, but yeah, Ernesto, are you going with Juggernaut, or what? Are you going with something?
So this album's a little darker.
Yeah,
it's heavy. It's like, I mean, you got songs like "Stories of a Hero" and stuff. Those are all great songs. But when I was growing up, the song that came into my head when I was growing up listening to this stuff was probably the most commercial, was "The Strange Dreams."
Yes,
and that song was as popular and as big as, for instance, what do you call it? Tom Sawyer from Rush. That's how big it was. Whereas in LA, they played "Strange Dreams" on the radio, but they only played it.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Never heard that on the radio once, but yeah, apparently.
Really? No. In LA, they played it. They played it on the rock radios. They played "Strange Dreams," but they only played it at night for some strange reason. They only played it at night.
Well, "Strange Dreams" at night. They're being clever.
Yeah,
I guess
they only played it at night, and only a few. We only had a few back then, radio stations. But man, that was like the song that got me. I was like, oh man, this is such a cool song, man. It's just it sounded commercial, and everybody probably thought, but it was a good song. I loved it, and to this day, it's still one of my favorites, even though it's probably his most commercial song, and his singing is great on that.
Yeah.
It's really good.
In Canada, the album peaked at number 89. Again, not crazy high, but still should have made some money, like 89. I wish I could make music that got even put on a chart, let alone. The album charted in the Billboard 200 chart in the US, peaked at 185. The song "Strange Dreams," though, charted at number 9 on the hot mainstream rock tracks in the US.
Wow. And they did play it, I'm telling you.
Yeah, so
it was
number
one of
9. But
it was
again,
one
maybe
of those.
It would have been regional too. Maybe not everywhere in the country was playing. I've never heard that.
"Strange Dreams" was like one of those songs like "Bridge of Signs." "Bridge of Signs," they played it on the radio all the time.
Okay.
From Robin Trower, "Bridge of Signs," "Bridge of Signs." They didn't play anything else from him. Always "Bridge of Signs." And I'm pretty sure the Elder heard that song probably more than any song, right? It's just over and over. They played it in the States. But that's how I felt with "Strange Dreams," where it's like they played it so much, but they didn't play it as much as like Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer, they threw that, they buried that. They just played it to the ground. It's just, you got sick of it when they kept playing all and to this day they still play Tom Sawyer all the time. That's the only song that they play.
"Strange Dreams" probably hasn't gotten played since the album came out. Like it got played at the time, but not now. Like
right. What did you say, Elder?
Oh, I say Tom Sawyer or Limelight are the ones I always hear.
Yeah.
I hear Limelight on the radio more in Canada than I do Tom Sawyer.
So that's what I'm saying. I picked "Strange Dreams" because of that, because it got played, but not dragged in the mud. You know what I mean? It just didn't get playing and playing. And so, but it was a great commercial song. That was his, let's just say, that was his AOR hit. That was his hit for him. I
wouldn't mind the radio playing that to death, because like Frank needs the love and needs to get on.
No, I know.
Yeah. Wow.
That would be on my list of AOR hits, that song, because the way it's written and the way the sound, everything, it's just that shit's a masterpiece.
2000s, okay. I guess I don't know. Again, I haven't listened to the radio in ages, but
I haven't either. I don't think I've ever
heard it on the radio, but yeah.
No.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
It's still a great song. Like
it is
keyboard parts in it, but kind of atmospheric. It's a great song though, and it's perfect.
Very atmospheric. Yeah.
Cool. Logan, what are you going with? Are you having some strange dreams tonight, or maybe it's time to pick another song?
Talking about atmospheric songs, I think "Stories of a Hero" is probably one of his best songs to me. I love that track, man. And I love the whole concept of it, you know, talking about soldiers fighting in war, and sometimes they don't always come home, you know, and that's
Well,
kind of what
there's
he's
a lot
going
of that
into.
on this
Really
album,
serious,
which
That's
serious
cool.
concept. Yeah, serious
Heard that.
concept.
That's good.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
I love the solo too, man. It's got a great solo towards the end of it.
yeah.
Probably one of his best, I would say. You know, and I said that every time, right?
He said
It's just so
this
hard
is
to
one of his
pick,
best
man, 'cause
solos in
he's
every
just
album.
All the solos are great.
Yeah,
he's just great, man. He's just great. You
bad
know?
Frank Marino solos don't exist.
But yeah, it's just like a pretty epic track, right? So that'd
It
be my
is.
pick.
Like Stories of a Hero. You see that title and you're like, oh, this has to be like an epic one. But yeah, cool. Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah.
I did go with the title track. Hold on, where's my notes here? Yeah, I wrote a lot of notes for this one, and I got a little story to go with it. All right, so this was an easy choice for me, as it's my favorite song in the entire catalog. So, but it pains me not to pick these other songs because "Free" is a great song where he's going like weird. He's like screaming in the middle. Enough, he cried. It's just like him screaming and
Yeah.
doing the crazy vocal spoken word thing in the middle. But yeah, I went with the title track. It's probably the one song in the catalog that you could call a heavy metal song. And Elder mentioned it was covered by Halloween on their covers album Metal Jukebox. For me, this is a full-on heavy metal classic with Frank doing some double-handed tapping in the guitar solo and his brother Vince laying down some great riffing. Also, I'm not usually a big lyrics guy personally, but it's music first for me. But anti-war government lyrics have always appealed to me, and the song is an extremely cynical view of the world and politicians. Frank conveys it well with his voice, and the song ends with that descending Speed King riff, that and nuclear explosion sound effect at the end. Not gonna quote
Yeah.
all the lyrics, but yeah, they're extremely clever, and it's all online. Look up the lyrics, but yeah, there's like maybe a few lines. There's stuff just like money is the bull. Wait, what is it? Oh my god. Men are killing men with paper bullets. You may wonder how that's done. Money is the bullet, and the dirty, greedy heart is the gun. Just very
There you go.
clever.
Yeah.
Cynical as dark as hell, but it's very
Yeah.
clever. And it's just, yeah, mentions like homelessness on the street, politicians murder our freedom, all sorts of just, it's very scathing, but I love it for that reason. But yeah, if you want to go look at the lyrics of that, some very scathing lyrics of that whole topic. But yeah, this is one of my favorite songs of all time, so it was an easy choice for this album. But again, this whole album is great all the way through. And when I was younger, I don't know, I don't know how old I was, but yeah, I would just take a bunch of like songs from like CDs that my dad owned or whatever, and I made one called Political Rock Mix.
All
So
right.
I would
There
make
you
it.
go.
It
Yeah.
ended up being one long song. So what I would do, I would mix one song into the next one. So I had to like
Right.
I had to find songs, one song that ended one way that sounded similar to something that began another way. So I think for this,
Oh.
I had War Pigs. You know how War Pigs at the end goes does that weird thing at the end? I mixed it, I like cut and paste it went perfectly into Juggernaut, the
Oh
beginning
wow.
of Juggernaut. And then the
Look-
ending of Juggernaut, I put into the very beginning of Atomic Playboys, because this ends with like an explosion. Then Atomic Playboys has like this siren going off and like helicopter noises and stuff. And it actually sounds really cool.
Look at you mixing
Actually,
mixing music.
It wasn't really hard. It was just some program. All you do is like cut out the It's you just have to like can move things around. It's actually not that
It's that
difficult.
one long wait.
You can listen to it as you're doing it too. So actually, I couldn't believe how cool it actually sounds. Producer credit, yeah. Producer produced the album, yeah. No,
DJ
actually, I
Sydney.
used to like doing
DJ
that, screwing
Sydney.
around and just like mixing songs together. That I think I got that from my dad because he used to do that. He used to like take songs and like mix them in. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I used to do with this song. It actually
I
sounded
heard it.
really cool. It actually worked perfectly. I'm like, holy crap, that actually sounds like it could be just one song and then just yeah.
Right. It's just the way it mixes in, right? Perfectly.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you
That's
probably do
cool.
that with so many songs if you screwed around with it enough. But I used to
Oh
do
yeah.
mix like songs. But I guess it's tricky because you got to find a song that kind of starts how one other
Yeah.
song ends, just to kind of make it flow really well. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, that's my little story about the
That's
Juggernaut.
what your theme is. You gotta. It's got to be a political song as well. That
Yeah, it was hard. I think I had Civil War on there, but Guns N'
not
Roses.
just like any song. Yeah.
I kind of got lazy with some of it. I think I had like When the Children Cry going into Civil War or something because there's just like a little bit of acoustic stuff at the end that kind of goes into Civil War. It was just kind of cheated again because it was just taking too long. But yeah, I think I still have that. But anyways, So what are we on next now? We are.
No, wait, we
on-
didn't get Logan, didn't we?
Oh, we didn't. Yeah, we did. I'm after Logan. Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, because you did.
Oh.
Yeah, he did Stories of a Hero. Remember? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He did Stories of a Hero. So this one, which is it's a weird. So this is this was actually this is 2 different album covers. This is the original vinyl. That's horrible. Who decided on this? There's no way Frank gave this the go ahead. There's just no way in hell he wanted
that was
that
like
picture to be
a new age album cover.
Yeah.
Like with the hairy chest showing that.
He looks like Rick Springfield.
Yeah.
It's like.
Does this look like it's going to be a hard rock album? I don't know. Is it or blues album? I don't know. It's a very
sort of like he has short hair as well, even though it's just.
This came out in 1986. So there's actually 4 years between this. So yeah.
This is a very AOR year. That's why 86. You know.
Yes, you could. Yeah, you could call it that. But this originally came out in 86.
I hear it in this album too.
4 years between this, so even this, so this is a weird lineup here because you got the same. So so Tim Berry was still here on drums, and Backstage Passes, who's here, mentions knows somebody, actually knows Claudio Pesavento, who does keyboards on this album. So that's cool. We got someone here in the chat that knows somebody that worked with Frank. That's actually pretty cool. And then you got Alan Coche on backing vocals. Pierre Marchand on piano, Vince Marino still here on rhythm, but then you got 3 bass players. So what I'm thinking is Paul Harwood left during the recording because he's only on 1 song, which was I can't remember what song he was. I think hold on, I think it was on Wikipedia. Full Circle. Oh, that's not Wikipedia. That's his website. Hold on, where the hell's Wikipedia. Frank Marino. All right. Where's the album? Full Circle. Wait, or is it From the Hip? Hold on. What the hell? Anyways, yeah, Full Circle. Yeah, Full Circle. He's only on one of these songs, unfortunately. But yeah, and then there's so it's kind of like split credits between different people on here because you got all these different people playing on all these different bass. You got 3 different bass players, so it's kind of strange. But pretty much the same lineup, but not really because you got 3 different bass players, and again, so pretty much Frank's pretty much on his own at this point with his newer drummer from the Juggernaut album, and then you got Peter Dose on bass guitar, who would actually become the bass player going forward. Bill Canal on bass guitar as well. So just kind of a weird album. It's like, I don't know, you could almost call it a solo album, but then it was released in 2005 with this album cover here. Whereas I need to get back to you guys. There. All right. So this.
Yeah.
It was re-released in 2005 with 1 bonus track with this. So they through the Mahogany. I guess he wanted to put Mahogany Rush on the reissue. So.
Well, that's the updated picture too of him. The way he looks like now.
It's an updated picture of how he looked at. But so this is the reissue. Obviously, took a different picture. Probably, honestly, it's a better picture than the original. I'm being honest. Yeah, like that's such a cool shot of him.
Rock and roll, though, it's a better picture, but it still doesn't really look like rock and roll.
Yeah, no, and plus it says Mahogany Rush too, so it's just kind of weird. That's just a picture of himself. Again, I don't know if that's
It's like a country album or something.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, country.
He went new country.
Kind of a country tune, you know. So.
Yeah, and so the reissue. The reissue ones are the ones that are on Spotify actually. So Full Circle. You got Breaking Away, Imagine, When Love Is Lost, Razor's Edge, Hang On, Full Circle, Long Ago, Had Enough, Genesis. And that was the end of it on the original 86 album, but we're going to include the stuff that's on the 2005 remastered. So you get the CD on 2005. Actually, these were only on CD, these ones. These didn't even come out on record. These last few were only on CD. So you get a bonus track called You Got Me Running on the 2005 reissue. So more worth getting. Yeah, if you're going to get these, get the reissue because it's getting one extra song. Whether you like the extra song, that's what more than anything else on there. I'm just like I'm at the point where I almost refuse to buy a CD if it doesn't have the bonus tracks. I'm so picky with that nonsense now. But it annoys me, even if it's a song I don't even like. It's just kind of like, but it's just I am obsessed with that. But
correct.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Elder, what are you going with on this one?
I'm going to go with the title track. I think I have down. Yeah, Full Circle. It's to me, this is like a really proggy track for Frank Marino. It's really
It's 11 minutes.
yeah, it's 11 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
it's long.
got some kind of like proggy keyboards on it, and it's just a long solo, and it's just so. But it's spacey, and it just reminds me of like a proggy song. So it's really proggy for him, I think. So yeah,
Ouch.
I'm gonna go.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go with that one. He
looks younger than Logan. No, he doesn't. Come on. There's no way of responding to that without insulting Frank or Logan. What the? No, he doesn't. I'm calling Frank old looking. What the hell? Frank is 75. What the hell? Well, he's not in that picture. But, yeah. Or 71? No. Yeah. He's a guy you would think would be like in his 80s, but because he was like, because he goes back so far, but like you realize like, he was 16 on the first albums. Just,
really young.
I mean, Ted Nugent looks older than him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Freaking Ted, Uncle Ted.
Oh my god! I thought jailbait
Hit on
keeps
the
you.
brain.
No, I'm kidding. All right, we're not gonna
Hit
get
on the
into that.
brain.
Yeah. All right, Ernesto, what are you going with? On
So
this
I
one?
mean, with this album, I think it's progressive. It sounds progressive, but it's like 80s and stuff. So I'm gonna pick Breaking Away. I like it. It's high energy. It's classic. It's hard rock. It's just a song that I like from his. You know, I like his solo work. I just I don't get tired of him. He's not like Yngwie Malmsteen. He's not like these other guys. You know, he's got the chops. He's got the vocals. He's got everything. And let's not talk about his rhythm section. His rhythm section is great.
Yeah.
You know, he always has a good rhythm section. Nobody ever said anything bad about those
Whether
guys.
it's the original guys or the new guys, like he always
Yeah.
had good people in his band, right?
Yeah. You know, and that's the one thing. If you're a fan of Frank Marino, you know he's always changing and adding different stuff, doing different styles. Not changing as in like the style of music that's playing at that time, but I think his
he
style.
followed trends. He never went like hair metal or grunge or anything.
Can you imagine doing a hair metal album? He had the hair for it, but
yeah. I mean, this is
Marino.
What
goes
year
down.
is this? This is 80. What 86? I think.
86. Yep.
Yeah, so 4-year gap. So I wonder what happened there.
So heavy metal was right there. Heavy metal was taking over right there. You know.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's just like I said, Frank was under the radar. If you didn't know about Frank, you didn't know.
Especially by this point, I would say for sure.
Yeah. Because everything was changing music wise. All the guitar guys were coming around too. George Lynch and all those guys. Randy Rhoads was gone, but Jakey Lee and all those guys were coming out.
Yeah,
that's true.
Oh darn.
Yeah.
Why he could have joined Y&T and Poison on stage to do your Mama Would Dance.
Well, yeah, I forgot Dave Medicaid is an awesome guitarist. I mean, shit,
Frank doing your Mama
Yeah,
Don't
Y&T's
Dance.
great, man.
Can you
Y&T's
imagine?
great.
Yeah. There's so many great guitarists that were coming out in '86, but like I said, Frank Underground, he didn't care. He just wanted to put out his music, and if you liked it, you liked it.
Start doing his thing, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Logan, what are you gonna go with?
All right, so I kind of agree with you guys about this album, but I think there's a little bit of melodic rock elements in some of this, music that he was probably trying to hint towards because of the times, but not like I wouldn't
Not
say
like,
selling
I'm
out
going to
or
be
anything.
famous now. It's just like
Which I say that because my pick is kind of like that. Razor's Edge. I like that song quite a bit, and it's kind of got like a not pop, but it's more like a hooky, catchy chorus kind of thing going on.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought that like of all the songs that maybe sounded like could be a hit or something. That
he was just getting involved with like newer technology and new production techniques, right? Like everybody.
Yeah,
was.
he loves.
It's not like he's just like,
stuff,
Frank sold out and he's gone total commercial. It's nothing like that, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I really like that one. That one had a
mostly Columbia.
Sydney's mom mentioned Jeff Healey earlier. I hear a lot of Jeff Healey on a track like that myself.
Canadian
which I know is probably before. It's probably before Jeff started his career like solo.
Oh, I'm sure he influenced Jeff. I'm sure.
Oh, big time.
Especially Jeff did like jazz stuff too, so there's that.
Oh yeah. Yep. But yeah, Razor's Edge. Really like that song.
Cool. And no, it's not AC/DC. Yeah,
No, it's
so
not. Earlier, right? Earlier.
yeah, it is. People stealing Frank's song titles. Look at this. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is stealing, and AC/DC stealing. Frank invented everything, apparently. All right, so yeah, I went with the first song on here as well. It was Ernesto also picked. I went with Breaking Away. Again, keeping on the
Nice.
theme of corruption in the world with lyrics like breaking away from corrupt officials, breaking away from the rules they make. Yeah, this song's another fast driving song. In a mix of like a hard rock and bluesy style as opposed to the heavy metal sound of Juggernaut. It starts off
Nope.
with heavy driving bass that continues throughout the song, and as always, his band is firing on all cylinders. Even though these are like the newer guys, but they're just as good. Just a great, fast but catchy and memorable song. This and actually, honestly, almost the entire album. I don't know if this is gonna get me crucified because I think I've heard people trash the album. I don't know why, but to me, it almost reminds me a little bit of like the album Renegade by Thin Lizzy. Kind of
Right.
has that sort of feeling with all the
Yep.
keyboard sounds and just the overall sound of it. But I think it's a great song from
Yep.
start to finish. But it gives me Renegade Thin Lizzy vibes. This whole album almost in a way. Which and it's weird. I've heard
Nice.
people complain about that album. I don't know why. Renegade I think is actually pretty good. But, yeah.
Nothing wrong with Renegade, man.
No, there's nothing wrong with Renegade. People are like, it's not as heavy as Thunder and Lightning. It's like no, but like.
See, I think this Marino album, there's a
Yeah.
couple songs that are kind of in that vein, like Breaking Away. Like I thought Had Enough sounded like that kind of. Hang On,
Yeah.
you know. There's just a
Yeah.
nice mix of things. Like always, you know, you're always doing different things, which is cool.
Yeah.
Plus, it was 1986. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's probably getting pressured to change the sound and do everything and all this, you know, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He stuck to his guns and did what he did, man. You know,
Yeah.
AC/DC
Yeah.
have never changed for anybody. You got to
No.
think about that. Nobody. And
Yeah,
you
but
know,
after a while, they got a little bit repetitive, though. They didn't change their music enough, though, I think. Sorry to say. I love AC/DC, but you're not
No,
getting
I
really too
agree. I
much
mean,
variety in their music, right?
AC/DC was a band that they got popular and then they went down, then they got popular again, and now they're
Yeah.
like a nostalgia act, where it's
Yeah.
like
Yep. Well,
so.
So our next album, again, another one. This one's got 3 album covers. 'Cause This
Right.
originally came out in 1990. I couldn't
Oh,
figure out which
wow.
one's the actual original because there's conflicting info, but I think this is the original album cover. Is the one on Wiki. This is
That
the
is
one
awesome.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the original.
Logan drew that.
Logan,
With the crayon.
wait until you see the next. Wait until you see the next album cover. Oh boy.
I mean, that's
Oh
like,
yes, this
that's
is
not
this is the
straight
original
rock.
1990 album cover. It got reissued again in '93, 3 years later, and again in I think 2000s or something. Might have been the same year that they reissued Full Circle. I think they did because those two kind of.
Probably.
So
So,
the reissue, the newest reissue, this actually has the best cover, even though it's simple.
big
So
time. Yeah,
then
big time.
the next one, that's the other reissue.
Oh,
Oh my
that-
Ooh.
God.
yeah, that looks a little gay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What's with the pose? Like, what is that? It's like
Terrible. That's a bad
from
one.
the.
That's-
Come on,
That looks a little feminine there. Sorry.
That just looks so low budget. It looks
Yeah.
so.
Why is the letters like blocking his face? Like,
I think they wanted him to look like Rick Springfield.
And look at the lettering of Frank. Is like, why is it spaced out so much? Like,
Did you have a niece
that's
or
a
nephew
giant
in high
space in
school?
between each letter, and then Marino was just normal. Like,
He
the
looks like-
texting was just
He
like.
looks like Frank Marino mixed with Aldo Nova.
I could have made this album cover in Windows Paint within 5 minutes. Like, it's
What was
bad.
the photography
Yeah.
session that you post like that? I mean, what the hell? The
Bad
photography-
photo is everything. It's just like
Well, it is from the hip.
text is terrible too. Like, it's just
Right.
like, what is this?
Ah.
Like, that's bad.
Logan did this.
Looks like it was done on a computer. Like
Oh, I
the
hope I
first-
do a better job than that, man. Come on.
Made in Germany and SPV rack. Okay.
Yeah, she can with them.
man.
Frank Marina. Oh my god.
Oh,
Poor
damn.
Frank. I hope he doesn't see this.
No, I hope not.
He hates
Poor
this
Frank.
cover.
He might be
Yeah,
embarrassed by
yeah.
it too, man. Never know.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's too bad. He said he didn't care about the covers, but maybe he should have. I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
those-
Well, he cared about them. It's just he had no say. It's just like he would give them
he could
ideas,
have-
and they're
Yeah.
just like, nope, we're
I want
deciding what your
say.
album covers are going to look like. It's like, what the
he should have
hell?
said, "I want to say in that stuff."
Well, you would
because-
think by this point he's not on Columbia anymore. Like you think he'd have more say in that, really. But
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
This
No,
is some
and it-
weird. This is some weird German re-release company that re-released it with that. So I don't know really how much.
And this is 1990?
This is 1990
yep.
originally. This one came out. This re-release was 93.
Okay.
But then it does get better. We go to this is the
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
a
best
better
one.
one. Yeah, see,
For sure.
this is the later reissue.
That's
So
better.
That's
I mean,
better.
yeah, that's the one I saw. That's the one I saw, and it's
yeah.
even though it kind of looks like a live album, it kind of gives you like it could be a
This
Oh,
is the one
for
they were
sure, yeah.
selling at the concert too.
yeah. Yeah, this is probably the one. This is probably the idea that he originally wanted to go with, and they're just like, no, let's embarrass you and
Yeah.
use bad. It's like you got to wonder if that picture of
From-
him is
from
even a
the
real
hip.
pose. Like if he's actually
Yeah.
that's even a real picture. If it
That
just
was like a
it
Billy
almost looks like
Squire
they could have
pose.
just designed that using. Yeah,
like they photoshopped his
Hey, he's not
face
his
on.
PJs. Come
Some-
on.
Yeah.
it almost looks like they could have just photoshopped his face onto some weird body
Yeah, that's-
position.
Yeah.
like they did with Vinnie Vincent on Lick It Up. You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
It was not
exactly.
even him. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's 3 different album covers for that, which is just kind of insane. But should have went with the third one, but like
Yeah.
I guess
Well, they
that-
did, but
yeah,
you know,
eventually in the 2000s.
yeah,
It took
eventually.
them a while. Took them
But
a
too
while to
late.
get it right.
The damage is done.
Just like they really think he was gonna sell records with either of those first 2. It's just weird, but yeah.
God, that first one was like an acoustic,
Yeah, it
like
does.
just him and an acoustic guitar. You know,
But it
it's
makes the
just-
second album cover of it look like the Mona Lisa. Like really, it's just
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd take the first one any day over that.
like
you know.
what is that? Like what? Poor Frank. Like Jesus Christ. Logan's gonna
Yeah.
buy that and he's gonna go get him to sign it. He's gonna get the one that can you sign right on your pants.
He's
From
gonna
the
get a
hip.
t-shirt for that. He's gonna get a t-shirt.
From the
for
hip.
If he has a lighter,
Logan.
he'll light it up for me. He'll light it up for me.
Like
Yeah.
Ro-
he'll
Logan,
probably
do you
just
like
give
it?
you the CD of the newer one and like here, I'll sign this. It's ridiculous. Trying to be clever, yeah. I never even thought about that from the hip, and it's the stupid hip that's so ridiculous. But yeah. All right. That's his hair metal album
Crazy.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's definitely that hair metal album cover for sure. Yeah.
It's like- and then you hear the music
No,
and you're
it's
like,
not.
what?
It's not
What?
black
The music-
enough.
the music's right, yeah.
It would be more. There would be pink on it or something if it was a
Yeah.
hair metal album.
He still
It'd be like
does.
pink
Yeah,
and
you can
not
actually get
colored.
this with this album cover. Yeah.
And then he'd have to have like a little gray in his hair or something like, you know, something that blonde streaks.
Oh my god.
Pulling a George Lynch. He's pulling a George Lynch with his hair.
Yeah.
So this was actually recorded at I think his own studio, Starbase Studio in Montreal in 1990s. This was actually done himself, I guess, into someone Par Excellence Music. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, Babylon Revisited, I'm Ready, How Long, Rise Above, Mine All Mine, Ride My Own Wave, which is basically Frank Marino's career. He always rode his own wave. So then we get and then The Stand, and then The Wall Comes Down. And then the 2005 reissue, yeah, so I guess they reissued this and Full Circle the same time in 2005. There's the remastered 2005 bonus track, 16 minutes and 53 seconds, Hingston Nights.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. So
That's
yeah,
some Dream Theater music right there.
Dream Theater.
He's trying to
Uh,
compete.
like-
That's always trying to compete.
He's trying
Yeah.
to compete. He's trying to be Rush with the.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So yeah. Elder, what are you going on?
Well, you know, I guess I had I'm Ready on here, but I also had Hingston Nights, and
Wow. Okay,
you know,
pick the bonus.
I think I'm going to go with that one because it's just a long, great jam. I just
Wow.
love it. And when I was listening to it, I was like, "Oh my god, he just keeps going and going, and it's just
But in a good way. You're not like, when's this gonna end?
Yeah,
It's
no,
actually
it's like fantastic. It's like, yeah, you know, he just keeps going, and it's just awesome, and I just love it. So I'm going to go with that one.
cool. Nice.
The
Which you
jam
probably
fest
didn't know
keeps going.
existed until I told you we were doing the bonus tracks, right? Like it's just. Did you even listen to this album before? Before we're doing this assignment?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, Elder.
Either of Elder. Yeah.
No, I never heard
didn't
the sound
know
before.
that.
Simon.
Wow.
I only got to listen to it a little bit because I was like, I had what did I do? I downloaded everything on my phone just to listen to everything and refresh my memory. But
Logan's been busy. He didn't get time to listen to anything past "Ride My Own Wave." That's okay.
I've heard the last
That's
three
only
songs
3
right there,
songs, but yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Elder, you're still going, right?
No, you go. I'm done.
Oh,
You go.
okay. Well, I liked when I was thinking about the album and everything and I listening to it. the first thing that got my attention was the blues stuff, so I went with Babylon Revisited because it's a dark song, heavy, but it's got the blues and stuff. It's got a little political edge if you listen to it,
Yeah.
but it's still
Yeah.
dripping with that deep blues stuff and the phasing and all that stuff. It's just Frank Marino classic stuff, But for that year, for him doing that stuff and still doing what he does, I mean, I applaud him, He's still doing everything that he's always wanted to do. I don't see him having to change for anybody. I think he's great the way he is, So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I picked. I would Babylon Revisited. It's a short song. It's only what 5 point.
Short
5:23?
song, it's like 5.5
It's kind of
minutes.
short for Frank Marino. It's short. I mean, it's not a fucking 11-minute song. It's
That's true.
Nice.
yeah, exactly.
That's
But it's still a great
longest
song.
probably, yeah. Cool.
Always infusing that blues. See, Ken knows.
Ken's a huge Marino fan. He knows all these albums too. That's wild.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Cool. Nice. So yeah, this is Logan, what's your pick off of this? I know you're not picking anything from the last 3 songs, apparently.
Yeah, like I said, I only listened to this one a few times today in between when I was driving around after I got done with work. But I really like the longer song on the start, Rise Above. I really like that song. Because like Ernesto was talking about with Go Strange, this one kind of has some of that Middle Eastern influence too in the middle. And I thought that was pretty cool to get a different kind of feel from some of his regular kind of playing. And that's in there too. So I thought it was a nice mix on that track. So I really liked I'm Ready too. That probably would be my second if I was going to pick a second. So because he's doing that like classic vocal thing with the rhythm lines, singing along with the rhythms. So yeah, but yeah, I liked Rise Above. It was pretty impressive, I thought, for a almost 12-minute long song. Which Frank did that quite a bit in these later albums. I always thought they were pretty good. So
that's got some jazz fusion in it too. It's got like some jazz fusion in it.
So
I'll definitely listen to the other 3 though.
Yeah, dude, you should.
There's also, again, this time he actually did have, I guess, he started hiring people to do backing vocals. So he's not doing the backing vocals on this. So someone named Alan Jordan's doing backing vocals. And then Ride My Own Wave actually has some guy named Rob Howell on rhythm guitar. So that's the only song that Vince Marino's not doing rhythm on is Ride My Own Wave. It's Rob Howell instead. But other than that, pretty much the same lineup. Yeah, Frank, Vince, Peter Dowes, Tim Barry, and then Claudia Pesavento on keyboards, who backstage pass from earlier was mentioning has a connection to Claudio. So that's cool. So I ended up going with the song Logan actually just happened to mention at the end there. I went with I'm Ready. So I thought that was again throwback to kind of his older sound with the whole blues rock sort of thing. It kind of sounds like it could have fit on What's Next almost, maybe something like that. But yeah, it stood out to me. Catchy mid-tempo blues rocker with a catchy verse, and again, he uses this descending Speed King riff. He's using that actually a lot. That's been used a bunch of times, but I don't care. Love that Speed King riff. But song picks up in tempo during the solo, which is great. Vintage Mahogany Rush on this one for me. Just love that song. So we get finally. Oh my God, we're 2 hours and 7 minutes. Holy crap! I need to pick shorter catalogs for one show. Jesus, 12 albums here. I have it's because I'm given so much history and back. All right, so we finally get to the last one here, which is an actual awesome album cover, even though it's a little bit
that looks good.
Photoshoppy.
The lettering's a little weird. I mean, but it looks kind of done on a computer. But it's a
but it's again, it's
the other one.
Compared to what we just saw, like Jesus,
the other one.
Throwing his SG into the eye of the storm.
Yeah, that's got his SG there.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Bigger in Europe to Canada, or I don't know. Neither. I mean, pretty much equal. Like he did shows all 3 places. It's just his album sales and tour sales were basically just not reported to him, basically. And and again, there was other stuff too. Like he would ask the label, like he would ask them. I'm curious. He's just like, how many bands do you have on your label right now? And he's like, well, we just signed 162 bands. It's like, okay, well then there's no way you're promoting all of them. You're gonna handpick like a few of them. just like
Crazy.
what? It's a weird way of doing business. Let's just sign a whole bunch of people and then we'll promote one or two and that's it. Just like everyone else, figure it out yourself. Weird. But yeah. So so Eye of the Storm is his last one. This was actually his first album in 10 years. This one came out August 1st, 2000. So God, even this album's 26 years old. That's just okay. That's hard to imagine. This album's 26 years old. This was the last thing we would get from Frank.
Yeah.
But, so this one's pretty much, again, another lineup changes here. So Frank obviously is for guitars, vocals, keyboards, and timpani. Mick Lane on rhythm guitar. So now Vince is actually, his brother Vince Marino, I think, just retired. Peter Dowse is still here on bass. So he stayed actually with Frank for a very long time. And then Dave Good is on drums. So the longtime drummer Tim Burry, since Juggernaut is now gone, and Dave Good on drums. So it's his last album that we would get from Frank, Eye of the Storm. So we got this is actually Griffin Records. I'm not sure what label that is, but Storm Watching, Eye of the Storm, He's Calling, Learned My Lesson Well, Heat of the Moment, and no, it is not a cover of the Asia song.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
He extended it if it was, right? Damn.
It's 11 minutes. Can you imagine? Oh my God. 11-minute version of Heat of the Moment. Just no.
Repeating that
Window to
chorus
the
over and
World,
over, I guess.
Since You Came Into My Life, Avalon, and Ordinary Man. So, Elder, what are you going with?
Oh, well, I find it interesting that now with the lineup changes, he kept the name Mahogany Rush.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of seems like I don't know, changing members. I don't know. It just seems like now he should have just maybe been Frank Marino.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. He was always against having his name on there. So just like.
So, but anyway, I'm gonna go with the song He's Calling. It's basically an instrumental. It's got some vocals in the
Bobo picked that.
But it's got this long solo section, and it's got, like we've been saying, it's got an Arabic, Middle Eastern type feel to it in that solo section. I really love. So I'm gonna go with that one because it's very I like those kind of things. Usually John Roth does a lot of those Arabic things in his stuff.
Big time. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see a show of those two guys together. Can you imagine?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
On stage at the same time.
Imagine an album.
An album together.
And they do a jam session, and I can't in the concert, and there's just
get Tim Barry out of retirement or whatever to join them. Be kind of cool. Yeah, cool.
Frank, do that. Frank, if you're listening, do that.
Uli.
Yeah, Frank.
Uli. Get Yngwie involved too. No, don't. Yngwie can.
No, don't.
No, Yngwie. No.
Just those two. We don't need anybody else.
Stoner rock. I don't know. I wouldn't really. Heaviest song? I don't know. It's hard to say.
Hard to say. Yeah.
There's heavy stuff, but his heavy stuff wouldn't really anything close to stoner rock. Like,
more psychedelic.
Just go get this album and you'll listen to everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get that.
Just get a comp and get like some of the. Yeah.
That's a good way to start with a guy like this, though, right? He didn't really have any hits or anything, so.
If you're a Hendrix guy, honestly,
it's a great live album. It's a great live album.
I mean, with
get this one. Get this one. Yeah. This is a good one right here.
I do it with all bands anyways. I just start from the beginning and go all the way through the catalog. Yeah. That's what I do. So, but like, if you're into the Hendrix stuff, I would just start with the first one, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah.
Because Max Doom is way different than what's next, right? So.
Oh, yeah.
I went and sold World Peace twice, and now I came back. And now I'm back.
Hey, we're talking about Frank. That's why.
Frank Marino would be very happy that you sold World Peace.
We have to talk because that's the way his music is. It's long and interesting.
Yeah, we're trying to go longer than the bonus track on the album. So
we're extending the tracks.
Ernesto, what are you picking?
I think
I'm gonna go with Avalon. Only because it's an instrumental and it's kind of like, it's jazzy, it's fluid, it's something like you don't really hear that much. Like Frank could have done a lot of instrumentals, he could have done a lot of soundtrack music, but nobody ever asked him, which is crazy because he would have been great, man. You imagine he would have done like the soundtrack to Halloween or You know,
Something like
all those
that.
scary
That's too
movies.
commercial. He would have just said, "No, I'm not using my music."
No, but he could have done like music for The Godfather. He could have done anything, man. You know, shit. He could have done all kinds of stuff. Anything, man. I'm telling you, anything. His instrumentals are always interesting and unique, dark, whether they're political or not. Everything was really interesting, man. Just deep stuff, man. Whether you're not into, you don't even have to be into drugs, man. You just zone out and listen to his stuff, and
I'm not,
you're on.
and I love it, right?
So
yeah,
I'm high right now. What are you talking about? Don't put me in this. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
And here's the thing: if you like jazz fusion, you're gonna like Frank too. You know, because he adds that into his music. So you can't go wrong. You have everything. You know,
somewhere Rand's just like ears are burning thinking about jazz fusion and prog.
Yeah,
we've said it so many times.
I know, right? It's like chop suey, man. Chop suey is a mixture of everything. It's like a mixture of everything.
Frank does all kinds of stuff, man, for sure.
Yeah,
he does it all well, right? That's the important.
And that's what chop suey is. It's just a mixture of everything, just mixed in. That's why they call it chop suey, because it's a mixture of everything. Just mix it in.
That's what you gotta change the name of the show. It's gotta be the Chop Suey analogy.
I thought you were trying to say like it sounds like the System of a Down song, Chop Suey.
Oh no.
What's your name talking about? It sounds like
genre.
No, please no.
No.
All right. Logan, it's your pick.
Well, I'm gonna cheat a little bit because the first two songs basically go together, right?
Oh,
I mean, if you listen to the album,
2 songs.
Well,
Storm Warning's not really a song; it's an intro, right?
Yeah, it's just an intro to it, right? Which I thought, kind of like what Elder said. There's a lot of that on this album with him doing like the Middle Eastern scales and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. It's kind of more of a laid back kind of album, I would say, compared to maybe the last couple. I guess more of like. I think Brian would really like this album myself because like a lot of that stoner metal music has a lot of those like droning E chord kind of things going on. There's a lot of like not meandering, but like Frank stays on the same kind of chords for a while, like on certain songs on this record, which I think was pretty cool. And I think it's got some classical bits in it too. And I think I could hear like guys like we were talking about Willie John Roth and even Blackmore a little bit doing stuff like this on this album, And I was really surprised by this album because you never know how these, legendary acts are gonna kind of close out their career. I hope Frank does something else, but I mean, at this point, it's hard telling. But
he had some health issues too, and
I think it's a solid album. I mean, if that's how he goes out, man, I think all of it's pretty good. So that was my pick. Eye of the Storm, the title track.
Yeah, cool. So I am going with Learned My Lesson Well. For whatever reason, I saw that title. I'm like, is that like a cover? That title sounds familiar or something. But
sounds like a blues song or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's not. But slower tempo blues rocker. Reminds me a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan, who I also think is great. Killer guitar soloing in the final 2.5 minutes of the song. Yeah, this is again crazy. So like I said, 2.5 minutes. He's just soloing at the end of it for that long.
Deep blues.
Includes some bluesy leads.
Yeah.
And hold on here. I got notes. The bluesy leads and slide work really picks up speed near the end with Mick throwing in some heavy riffs to go along with Frank's fast and fiery lead work, and then again the descending Speed King riff. I keep saying that, just it just sounds like he's using that riff, but whatever. That's been used by everybody. Sabbath has used that that whole thing. Frank's used that, but he used it again here. Just makes a quick return at one point in the song. But some people might have a problem with that being used a lot, but it doesn't bother me at all. It's used perfectly on this. I think it's just a great song. And it's not like the melody of the song as Speed King. It's just that one little riff part. But highlight of the album for me, just I could listen to that one over and over again. But yeah, it is a very strong album for him to go out on. So Frank is Frank's great. Like it's just a shame that like this guy's not like world renowned by the general public, because musicians love him. Obviously, you got Ronnie Montrose and all these other guys covering him. So
just as good as any of the big name band or guys.
Exactly.
He's right up there.
I mean,
one of the greatest guitar players of all time, and like that, no one thinks about really.
So I think like Sydney, in that interview you sent me, I just think he has a very he's very bitter towards the music industry and really doesn't have anything to do with it. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll see another album from him because of that, but maybe you never know. But
well, he said he had a lot of
just have to
stuff.
release it himself, right? Like,
yeah, he said he had a lot of stuff that hasn't been released. A lot of
You
stuff.
can only imagine, man. Probably a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
And a
Well,
live stuff. Live stuff.
And he said, like, I'm not trashing him. This is actually public. This is a video interview, so it's not like I'm going to be shaming him here. Like he even said, I hope that there's one day that there is no music industry anymore. I want it to die. He's like, I'm waiting for the day, that one day that everyone goes just like, oh, what are you doing? Everyone knows that you just contact the person that made the music to get the album. He's just like, yeah, he wishes that's just how it was. Or it's just like, you want to buy music from you want to buy an album, you contact the guy that made the music or the people that make it and just get it from them instead of this whole business thing out of it. And there's so much people involved. And
back then you couldn't do
back then. But he's just like, yeah.
You couldn't record your own album by yourself.
Oh God, no.
And you had that. You had to have somebody backing you, and so that's the way it was. But
it's a very cynical view of the music business, but I get it because like there's a very lot of luck involved in it, right? Like your talent only gets you so far. It's just whoever the label decides that they're going to pick to promote, basically.
That's so ridiculous with like it's just like
162 acts at the same time. There's no way you're promoting all of them.
On your website. How many views do you have of your video? How many hits do you have on your website?
Yeah,
that's what it's. That's how many streams do you have? That's what it's evolved into, and then that's like you can just like be having bots do it and all that shit, and it's just kind of so it's sort of.
Rand was listening. See,
Rand's here. Rand, if you don't know Frank Marino, go. I know
he knows.
Jazz guy. Listen to Mahogany Rush 4. That'll be right up your alley.
He's older than all of us.
Oh my God!
Guy was in Vietnam and the Korean War. He went to Woodstock.
Oh my God! Probably.
I heard Rand was playing the Star Spangled Banner behind the curtain for.
Probably.
It wasn't Jimmy.
He did like
Ramosi, I don't know. I mean, it's hard telling.
Yeah.
But Rand's probably seen Frank Marino a couple times. I imagine.
There is some stuff that reminds me of some of Rand's music, but because it's got this weird there's
you mean Maxim
thrown over top of keyboards. Maxim, even Mahogany Rush 4, some of that stuff. So,
yeah.
4 is great. All of them are pretty great. I mean, can't go wrong. Really, so
can't go wrong.
Cool. So, Elder, what do you got coming up show wise?
What is it? I think there's going to be for Grant's Patreon a listening party coming up next Friday, and then he and I are doing a retrospective of the band Bloody Hammers on his channel.
I've heard the name.
So
that's a great band. That's a great band. Bloody Hammers.
And it's a good doom metal horror rock band.
It's 2 people, right? It's 2 of them, right?
Brian's ears are perking up. Doom. You're Doom.
And his wife, Devalia. It's just really good horror rock stuff, like the Misfits, like heavier version of the Cramps or something. That kind of feel. So that's what we're gonna be doing that.
Cool. So we'll be back next week. So no shows this weekend because I'm busy. But next week we got a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday show. So next next week we'll be busy. Forgot what I'm doing next week. Logan, help me. What am I doing?
Logan, what are they doing?
Jeff Waters.
I got it on my phone. I've got notes
Jeff
of it on
Waters.
my phone. All right.
Jeff Waters.
July 17th at 2 p.m. We're starting an Annihilator series, so we're gonna be an album by album. So we're gonna be going through all those. There's 17 albums, so that's gonna take forever.
Wow!
helping me on that series is actually gonna be 2 new people to the channel. Actually, Uncle Meat is gonna be doing that series with us. Uncle Meat, Alex Winter, and I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. Good friend of Alex. Alex goes on the show all the time. He's got a show called Rock Kaput. Oliver. I don't want to butcher his last name. I feel bad. But yeah, Oliver from a show called Rock Show Kaput. He's always talking like metal and some other bands as well, not just always metal. But yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be next Friday at 2 p.m. We starting Annihilator. So we're thrash metal. We're getting heavy, but not all thrash. There's other influences on some of that stuff too. But anyways, that's July 17th. July 18th, we'll be continuing our Michael Schenker retrospective. We'll be doing so that'll be at 2 p.m. We'll be doing
that's episode 57 of the series, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's just too much. Not episode 57, it's like 12, but yeah. Yeah, we'll be doing Werewolves of London, which was a UFO live album that he did in the 90s. So we're only at like 97 or 98 for Michael Schenker.
Still got a long
There's still
way to go.
so much stuff to go through. It's ridiculous. But and then that same day, me and Rand at 4:30 will be listening to his Bluesion album because he called it like blues mixed with fusion. So it's like Bluesion.
Wow. Okay,
I like
Frank Marino.
These are all shows that are posted that are thumbnails are all there.
Rand Marino.
Rand Marino. Rand Marino. Yeah, Blusion. It's all guitar and it's clever because he called it the Blusion album 12 guitars and 12 keys. So each song's a different guitar and each one's tuned to in a different key. So
man,
pretty cool. So we're gonna be listening to that because I can't get copyright hit for that one because it's Rand music. So
never know, man. Rand might turn on.
Can you imagine? There's like a riff in there that sounds like something.
You get a copyright hit from Rand. Hey,
that one note sounds like oh my god, yeah. And then
I hope not.
The following day after that, Sunday, July 19th, we're continuing our trivia at 2 p.m. And Brian had issues the last time. He got cut off and barely got to like participate at all. So I had to go back. I went back and rewatched it just to make it fair, since it is a monthly thing, and like whoever wins at the end gets to choose an album to come on and talk about it. So to make it fair, we're gonna start off the show. I'll be giving Brian 8 questions to start. So I'll just spin the wheel around and ask him 8 questions in a row.
Brian in the hot seat.
Give him a chance to catch up. Yeah, hopefully he gets some right, because then it's just like if he gets all 8 wrong, it's just like it did this for nothing. Brian, you better get some questions right. Make a comeback, make it epic, and get all the 8 right. Can you imagine? Just comes in and just jumps ahead.
It's gonna be all the new wave questions.
No pressure. Yeah. But yeah, and then July 25th. Did I post that? Well, yeah, that one's posted. July 25th, 6:30 p.m. We're doing Van Halen, and that's just the David Lee Roth, the first era, so 78 to 84. So I tried to put like a California team for that. So Ernesto's going to be back on that one. Rand's going to be on that one. West Coast Dave's going to be on that one. I wanted Danny Elkanah to join us, who's been a regular on here. He originally said yes, but then I did ask you, and I asked the other guys first, and I just assumed that it would be a good time for him, because he usually does Saturday shows, but later on, no, because he spends time with his son in the evening.
Oh, okay.
But I thought maybe he spends time with his son on Sunday, but no, because I guess no. But yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't ask Alex. Isn't he from California?
Oh, he's Pennsylvania.
Oh, Alex?
He's Pennsylvania.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought he was from San Diego.
No.
You gotta get those.
Oh,
VH
okay. My bad.
You gotta get those VH 8 tracks ready, Ernesto. All right.
I know.
I want to see them all.
VH
all right.
Van Halen 8 tracks.
Don't forget to pick this up. Don't forget to buy this.
I gotta look for it.
Yeah, you better buy
this. Coming up.
The live album. Or the
live
album.
Live album. I need to play that. I saw a beat up copy of that one time, but it was beat the shit.
And the live album. Don't forget to pick this up.
The real Van Halen. Hey, what's wrong with Van Halen?
Calm down, Bobo. Calm down.
That live album, does it have the bonus tracks on it from California?
You know what? That's the Rock Candy one. This is the Steam Hammer. Oh. This is a different version. This is the European version.
Yes, okay. It's a Rock Candy one that has the bonus tracks from California GM2, which are great.
Yeah, you know what? And that it's out of print. They don't even have it anymore. I can't even find it. I can't find it. Yeah, it's out of print. I don't know what the hell happened. Rock Candy's doing something wrong. I don't know what the hell's wrong with those guys.
I heard they could be maybe done. I don't know.
Maybe. That's what I heard too.
San Diego, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
No,
All
I
right.
thought he was from San
Bad
Diego.
news.
That's why. That was my bad.
2.5 hours here. Okay. All right. Let's
Yeah.
wrap it up. So
All right,
that's
yeah.
what's going to be
We try to wrap this up.
coming
Yeah.
up. Yeah, we're turning into this is turning into Hingston Nights now.
It's like,
Exactly.
Kingston
a
Nights
story
times,
about meeting
couple-
Gary Sharon at one of my shows. He disappeared.
Oh Lord.
You
Not
probably
right now.
start talking to him about Doom, and he's probably like, "What's this guy talking about?"
Gotta say
What the
though,
hell
it's a
is
pleasure to have
Doom?
Elder on, man. Thanks for coming on, Elder.
Oh yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
very
thanks,
fun.
Elder.
Cool.
Hopefully, I can be on again. I hope.
Yes,
you'll
of
have-
course.
Oh, we got a
Yeah.
show for you, Elder. We'll talk about it. We got a show for you.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We'll talk about it
Still
after.
making shows now.
Yeah,
Hey,
we'll
he's
talk
the
about it
manager,
after.
man. You listen to the
Real
Hey,
manager.
you
quick.
did make the logo, so yeah. All
We'll
right.
talk about it.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching, and yeah, that's what's
All right.
coming up. All those other shows that I just mentioned are all posted. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and thanks Elder,
Thank
Ernesto,
you.
Logan, and yeah, go listen to some Frank Marino. Brian, yeah, just honestly, just you can't go wrong with any of his albums. Just
No.
pick one, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and just give it a listen. And just, yeah. So thanks everybody for watching. Ernesto's showing off his 8-track here. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll be back next week.
All right.